The Sportscage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sportscage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Here we go with the Wednesday edition of the Sports Cage. Like he said, for Regina Motor Products through RMP summer offer now on until August 31st. Receive a $25 ESSO gift card with purchase of a vehicle health check and oil change package. Visit RMP today. They got some nice Corvettes outside too. Treat yourself. Buy yourself a Corvette in 2026. Curtis is with me. We are going to be around the horn today with a number of different guests, talking a lot of different sports, having some fun, talking country music, festival time in the Valley. Here we go. The Riders are back on the practice field. We are going to hear from Coach Mace momentarily on a few things. I was down there. Beautiful day to be in the bowl. AJ Ouellette running hard. AJ Ouellette looking good. I would suspect, if I was a betting man, AJ Ouellette will start on Sunday. Yeah, take it to your local credit union. I think he's starting. How about Hamilton announcing that Jake Dolegala will be slinging the rock, throwing the pigskin, starting at quarterback. I was watching that game last week between Hamilton and Winnipeg, and when Jake went in, Jake seems like a nice man, but Jake went in and he literally threw the ball right to a Winnipeg guy. I don't even think it was disguised that well, and I was like, oof, he's in for a long day. But nonetheless, he's got arm strength. We're going to hear from Coach Mace talking about him in a bit, and Trevor Harris. He is going to be the starter, but the Riders, let's be honest, we've all been around this charade before. You got to prepare for Trey Ford and those little legs of fury running around the field. He's had success. It's really interesting that Milanovic wouldn't start him. Maybe there's mind games going on there too, because the success he's had with the If you had success against a team in any sport, wouldn't you play that guy? It's got maybe it's just the cat and mouse game, a little game of cards going on here. How about Charleston Hughes? Charleston Hughes has been on the program a number of times. Charleston and Maz used to host. Charleston and Maz were boys. Funny guy, great guy. He is going in finally to the Canadian Football Hall of Fame. We're going to hear from Charleston Hughes in about 7 minutes time. Curtis, you want to jump in here?
Yeah, I remember every time we ever got Charleston on, he'd always remind us that his Wikipedia page is not correct. So I'm pretty sure you can edit Wikipedia. Ooh. So I'm going to see if I can figure out how to edit his Wikipedia page. Maybe I'll give him a little present. Who knows? Okay. 35 of his 136 career sacks came when he was a Saskatchewan Roughrider. What else do we got here? Stats. Not to be stats geek, but big stats guy over here. 3 touchdowns. I thought he would have had more. 3 still good though. Charleston Hughes had 3 touchdowns. 3 tutties as a defensive player.
I hate that
good.
term.
Tutties.
My wife said that to me the other day. She's like, never say that.
3 tutties.
I remember playing flag football a couple of years ago with some younger kids. They're like, tutties. Hey, dude, I got a tutty. I was like, don't say that. It's a touchdown.
Does it bother you, or like?
It's just one of those. I'm sure people are annoyed at the stuff that I say. Buzzing, pigeon, stuff like that. I get it. To each their own. He was a player. He was a teammate with Corey Mace.
Oh yeah.
And then he got coached by Corey Mace.
That's the double duty right there.
It's a goocher. If you ever Stand By Me fans. 3 interceptions. 3 defensive touchdowns and 202 regular season games. We're going to hear from Charleston Hughes
3
in a bit.
defensive touchdowns. Sorry.
The World Cup is on a day off. Don't come at me about soccer and all this. It's 3 hours of sports and 3 hours of entertainment here. That's what this is. Those games yesterday, Curtis, the first game was on before we got on the air. Argentina and Colombia?
Mm-hmm.
Was that who it was? Or no, Colombia played Swiss. Argentina game against Egypt. Egypt's up. They get a call back. I don't know soccer. I'm very entertained. They score to go 2-0. Then it gets called back because a guy got his foot stepped on 100 yards away. So then they call it back, but then they go back down and they score anyway. And then they're up 2-0. It's over. Messi, dream's over. But Argentina, boom, boom, and then a third one. They win 3-2. Then the Switzerland-Colombia game when we were on the air yesterday, and it went into kicks. I call them penalty kicks. My wife's like, no, it's not penalty kicks.
Penalty kicks on the pitch.
They went into kicks, and I watched that drama unfold, Switzerland-Colombia, last night on a rerun. Is that entertainment? Is that entertainment? Yeah, so the World Cup's off today, but Lee Cormish, who's been touring, he's gone to almost every stadium, is going to come on at the bottom of the hour. We'll talk some World Cup with Lee. Hour 2, Clark Monroe is going to come in. Clark works for IKS Media. Clark is in tune with a number of different sports, especially the Western Canadian Baseball League. So he'll come in and talk about that. Maybe shoot it with NHL, some other stuff with Clarky. Last Mountain Distillery's coming in today an hour. You like that?
I do like that.
And today they're bringing us something with gin. And you know who likes gin?
You.
This guy. Yeah. Gin.
I thought you were a tequila guy, but like
I've followed that trend. I've been super cheesy on the tequila trend, and I've gotten into it. So, but gin will always have my heart.
Really? All right.
And it'll maybe be the part of my demise. Scott Schultz in hour 3, the midweek sound off with Schultzy talking football. Your questions are always welcome on the Prairieland Rentals text line. Prairieland Rentals, 600 Albert Street. You get to deal with the owner when you walk in there. You got lawn mowers, gardening tools. You can rent almost any. You want to rent a front end loader, they can get that to you. 600 Albert Street, 936-6262. It's how you participate. It's how you chime in. And we are going to have, where do you land Wednesday, Curtis?
Oh, I got a treat for you.
You made a graphic?
Even better. Are you ready?
Where do you land Wednesday?
That's good. It sounds like an 80s Saturday morning TV show. Like kind of like Saved by the Bell-ish.
I can hit it again. I'll do a really
One more
cheesy
time, quick
cube transition too.
Okay.
Where do you land Wednesday?
Yeah. I like it. Good work. Very nice.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
nice.
So where do you land? Where do you land, Barney?
Well, I'm going to ask people today, and I'm very, very curious, especially our regulars that text in. Country Thunder starts Friday, technically Thursday. Probably started already for some people out there. We're going to talk to Megan Benoit from Country Thunder in hour 3 also. Finally get the lay of the land out there. I want to know, Sportscage listeners, Kate, you got to play along here. We all got to be like smart about this. You can't say Garth Brooks, Taylor Swift, Luke Combs, all the biggest acts. There's a budget to work with. I want to know your 4 acts that you would like to see at Country Thunder. You're allowed to pick one rock act. But keep in mind that rock act's probably going to blow your budget. So then you got to sprinkle the other. Do you get what I'm saying here?
Why do we have to have a budget in this hypothetical question?
Because I want it to be somewhat realistic. I want to gather some information. So if I sit down with maybe Troy or some of the decision makers and say, oh, let me tell you something. The sports fans on the Sports Cage would like to see Mark Chestnut.
This is what the people want, and I told them to be reasonable.
Yeah. So you gotta kind of have a little bit of common sense with the fact that your big acts are blowing your budget for the whole festival. Like, I'm a big Kenny Chesney fan. I've seen him a number of times. I like Kenny Chesney. Yeah, Kenny Chesney now has priced himself out. Luke Combs, probably priced out. Morgan Wallen, probably priced out now. They get these guys early. Lainey Wilson this year.
Lainey Wilson would be good, yeah.
She's a good performer. My daughter's excited to see him. Riley Green, there's a lot of females, my wife's age and younger, that are excited to see him. And then Creed.
Creed's gonna rip.
Do I have memories of Creed? Working at the Goat in Lloydminster when we launched it. Oh, I'd sit down. One guy was a guitar guy, so he would just crack out the guitar and start playing at like little campfire parties. Creed. What's your favorite Creed song?
With Arms Wide Open.
We can do this on Friday, actually. That's a little thing for Friday. But yeah,
Arms Wide Open.
Where do the Sports Cage listeners land on your perfect day lineup out at Country Thunder? I have mine. I got an idea. 4 acts within budget, and I haven't seen them, so I'll reveal those in a bit. 936-6262.
Is Roxette allowed to perform at Country Thunder?
That is a good question, my man.
Is that considered a rock act? Roxette.
That is a good question. A little how do you do on a Saturday night in the Valley? Oh, yeah. Who doesn't want that? Our guests join us on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline. Western Pizza tonight, lasagna, spaghetti, of course, the pizza pies. Anything else, visit your local Western Pizza or find out the deals. Okay, Coach Mace. Curtis, here we go. Coach Mace today talking to the media. First off, let's start with Mace on the game in Ottawa.
Yeah, slow start for us. But honestly, it kind of sounds crazy, but I thought that was the most complimentary football we played as a team. Just having each other's backs, even though it wasn't, the kind of win that we wanted to put together. But when certain sides of the ball needed to step up, we made those plays. Be it a 2-point or conversion that we stalled, third down turnover that we needed big. Obviously, the offense put up points when we needed. We end up to run out the clock there at the end with Tommy, and then the special teams. We had our blunders, but we also made some big plays, a turnover, and ultimately the return. Right, so I was proud of the team to be able to come out of a win after such a slow start.
Yeah, That's well put. That's well put. Saw Coach Mace today. Asked him how his dad was. His dad had a good 4th of July.
Shout out, John.
Out there. Johnny had a good 4th of July down in San Diego, the beach, somewhere north of San Diego. But so we know that Jake Dolegala is going to be the starter. Going to be the starter on Sunday against the Riders. Bo Levi going down. Coach Mace weighing in on his former teammate Bo Levi Mitchell going down.
I think across the country, anybody watching that game, it was tough. It was tough. It's tough to see that. As a competitor, you never want anything bad to happen to anybody. But as somebody that you shared a locker room with, it's tough to see. You feel for him, you feel for his family, you feel for his teammates, and everybody that's involved. So you never want to see that, but just obviously hoping he's okay.
Okay. I think that's echoed around. But the update that I saw him running today. AJ Ouellette, fast, powerful, looking good. Coach Mace on the running backs, Conley included, and then a little update on AJ Ouellette.
Looking at it, I thought we could get the job done. Conley has been incredible for us. Obviously moving the ball, but also picking up blitzes and doing all the nuances that we ask of that position. But AJ's he's our workhorse, and I thought the extra time off was good for him. He looked awesome today. So everything trends that way. We hope to see him out there.
That's right. And last but not least, I think you have Dave Thomas talking to him today too. Jackson Ford?
Yes.
Okay, that's later in the show. Later in the show, we're going to get that in. But Coach Mace on Jackson Ford.
I think the number one thing you think about is that third down stop. That was huge. That was Jackson being aggressive on the edge. But he's been around, obviously, the system since we've been here. He's had a few games under his belt in the system, and now it's just being, having like anything, more and more reps back there. He's been getting more and more comfortable. I think everybody understands what he brings as far as physicality. I think he's a very physical tackler. But the most important thing back there at that position is making sure that we're getting everybody on the same page, and he's growing in that role tremendously. So another guy, just proud of him taking advantage of his opportunity and expecting things to just continually to get better.
All right, so there's some Coach Mace from today at practice. We'll have Trevor Harris and a bit on Jackson Ford as well coming up on the program. So the text messages are coming in to the Prairie Land Rentals text line, 936-6262, on where do you land Wednesday? And I was waiting for this guy, and we got him right out of the gate. Andrew on the text line. Andrew is I can't do country guy. Okay, that's fine. He wants to go all Canadian and all rock. Andrew, text back, the floor is yours. It's okay, because they're dabbling in rock at Country Thunder now. So maybe you pick us for the only thing, no Trooper allowed. I feel like Trooper plays every other week in Regina.
Oh, man.
I swear I saw Trooper playing outside the liquor board store once.
Residency at the Casino Regina.
Okay, Andrew, are we in agreement? You can come back with your 4 performers, all Canadian, all rock. Please say one of them is Kim Mitchell.
Ooh, might as well go for a soda. I love that tune.
Just doing his rock and roll duty. But you can't. This is a Trooper-free zone. Where do you land Wednesday, Curtis?
Who decreed this a Trooper-free zone? Who made you king of the what music we play?
We can't play music because we're on YouTube now.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be real fun.
Okay. Fair enough.
Where do you land Wednesday? Let us know. But there you go. Andrew just sent it back. That a boy, Andrew. You're playing a wall. We got some other ones to get to here in a moment. It's the Sports Cage. Curtis, hit it.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't ready. I gotta make a button. Anyways.
Where do you land Wednesday?
Love the cheesiness of it all. It's the Sports Cage. We're going to be back with Charleston Hughes streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.
What happens when you get Canada's best country artists in a room with a few guitars, a bunch of great stories, then turn the microphones on? You get Billick Financial presenting CKRM's Heartstrings and Honky Tonks, featuring Michelle Wright,
Take it like a man.
the Johnner Brothers,
Hillbilly, honky-tonkin' country boy like me.
Dan Davidson, Kelsey Kulik, Clayton Bellamy, Evan Baxter, and some surprise guests. One night only, September 21st at Dark Hall in Regina. You're not just watching the show, you're in the show. Your laughter, your applause, your energy all become part of a live broadcast on 620 CKRM as we celebrate 100 years of CKRM. Billick Financial presents CKRM's Heartstrings and Honky Tonks. Get your tickets now at 620CKRM.com.
The Roughriders season is here and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR 260010.
Out here in southern Saskatchewan, the sun shows up for work every day. Might as well make it earn its keep. That's where Keln Solar comes in. These folks travel all over the province helping people put solar on their homes, farms, and cabins. They're local guys, Sask-born, Sask-raised, and not going anywhere. Except, to your place. Now's the time to start planning for spring and summer 2026 bookings. Give Keln Solar a call and they'll come show you your best options. Keln Solar. They move the power so you don't have to. KelnSolar.com.
The world is changing, From the misuse of AI and the rise of deepfakes to the dangerous spread of misinformation, it's getting harder for Canadians to separate fact from fiction. That's why having a trustworthy news source is vital. At Global News, we're committed to objective journalism that cuts through the noise. Stick to the facts. Global News, Canada's trusted news.
Don't miss a minute of Sportscage. Podcasts are posted at sportscage.com. 620 CKRM.
Travis on the text line. You got me. That's funny. A little Roxette. A Roxette parody from back in the day. Who's this here? Okay. Oh, Kevin in Foam Lake. He says, Dead South, Coulter Wall, Priscilla Block, headline with some comedian and singing with Quick Dick McDick. Kevin and Foam Lake. Asking people, where do you land Wednesday today? 936-6262. You got the Country Thunder lineup. You can add some rock. You got to be within a budget, though, so don't go crazy. You're not bringing Guns N' Roses and Garth Brooks on the same day. Most people are playing along properly. Really good. Swammer says these are kind of the headliners, I think, each night, and he's giving us a Thursday Beer Gardens headliner with Black Hawk. Who doesn't love a little mandolin? Joe Diffie, unfortunately, he's not with us anymore, but little pickup man. Zach Bryan. It's okay. I'm not a big Zach Bryan fan, but I get what you're saying. And then his rock headliner would be Everclear. All right, Swammer. Playing along. And then what's this one here? Captain Harvey and his wife really don't like country. We are rock and roll. My wife doesn't like Trooper. She has a story about them. Not a good story. All right. Here for a long time. Not a long time. Andrew says, I think he was going rock. The system's a little slow. Wide Mouth Mason, Big Sugar, Biff Naked, and the Highwaymen. Trans-Canada Highwaymen. Mo Berg, Steve Page, and company. Is this Stephen Page? Is that the original singer or one of the original singers from Beer Naked Ladies? They were good. I've seen them without Stephen Page. They were good too. But Stephen Page and the Bare Naked Ladies. Yeah, I like that. Andrew. Good call. 936-6262. You can have your say. I might dabble on mine in a few different ways. I'm wondering if Ronnie Dunn. I don't even want Brooks and Dunn because we went through this a few weeks ago. I think Kix Brooks is useless. I just want Ronnie Dunn. Saw him at Country Thunder once. He sang all the hits. It was great. Kix wasn't there. It didn't really matter. Sang all the hits. All right, Curtis, I think you got him on the line here. We're logging in. Let's go out Western Pizza guest hotline right now. And he's been on the show before. He's a fan favorite. Charleston Hughes. Sorry. Canadian Football Hall of Famer, Charleston Hughes. How does that sound, my man?
It got a sweet ring to it. I think I like the way it sounds now.
How do you find out? Someone call you? Do you get a text message? Is it a letter in the mail? Old school? How does Charleston find out?
Man, I found out by getting a strange text message that said, hey, from Corey Mace, that said, hey, I got something I want to ask you, man, and I didn't know who to ask about this, and I don't know. He sold me on it. He was like, I didn't know who to ask about this, and with your experience and expertise, he was like, you'd be the perfect guy to answer this question. And then he was like, I'll call you tomorrow. And I'm like, what the hell? I was like, it must be something important. If you're talking about calling me tomorrow, I'm like, all right, I'll just wait for him to reply or call. So I had no clue what it was about or what he was actually calling me for. And then he ended up FaceTiming me and said, hey, instead of calling, let's just FaceTime so I can just show you. And then obviously everybody's seen the video already, so you've seen the other side of that. I had no warning. I had high vis on, so he didn't even give me a warning to take my damn high vis stuff off.
that's the beauty of it, though, right, man? Like that's the organic. What a great story and a way to find out. And from a former teammate, former coach, right?
Yeah, former teammate, former coach. I mean, yeah, man, it was definitely a good way to find out. Where it was shocking.
Do you think at any point, like, hey, I wonder if I'm going into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame? How do you get into the Canadian Football Hall? Like, is that even crossing your mind over the last few years, or is this totally from left field?
No, it's not totally from left field because I knew eventually I would go in. I just don't know when. I mean, it's one of those things where I get a lot of people that ask me, say, I know you're going to the Hall of Fame. When you going? Why haven't you been in yet? Why haven't you been in yet? Why haven't you been in yet? By the time somebody keep asking you, why haven't you been in that? And it's like, damn, why haven't I been in yet? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know the process. I don't know how long it take. Even when you retire as a player, I mean, it's just like, all right, I'm retired. Yeah. That's it. Write your little story to the fans. Write your story to the coaches and the staff, and say your goodbyes, and you're gone.
Yeah, that's great. When you think about your years playing, and you got the Grey Cup wins and the accolades, and the years that you had the most sacks and all that, but if you had to put one season and capsulize, and this was my best season for the fans, that maybe it'll be a surprise too, which one would you say was Charleston Hughes' best year in the CFL?
Kind of all of them, man. I had a nice run, man, where I just felt like I was absolutely invincible and just unstoppable. And it was kind of like my transition from Calgary to Saskatchewan was kind of like my best season, because I was an older guy in the league. It was my first year with the Riders. Everybody was expecting, even Calgary was kind of expecting me to start declining and play. And I knew that. And I knew that, I was up against odds, and I was on a mission to kind of defy gravity. And it was kind of one of those things where, like, I had something to prove, man. And I had something to prove to nobody but myself, really, on I could play this game at a high level, later on in your career, on the back half of your career, when people think you're starting to phase out and slow down. But I proved that you can, play at a high level at older ages. I mean, I went to Saskatchewan when I was like 37, 36, something like that.
Well, that happens all the time. You hear it a lot with quarterbacks. They want to play late. They're not done. They still got something to prove and do. So, yeah, that's great. Do you remember how many touchdowns you had defensive?
Ooh, maybe 4?
3.
3, see, yeah.
Was there a close one? Do you remember another one that maybe you should have had?
Hell yeah, the one in Saskatchewan. That was one of the ones that was like super iconic for me, because when I did it, and I knew I reached down and batted the ball, but I thought they were going to let me slide on it, because I was like, what if I would have just kicked it? I would have kicked the quarterback right in the face. Then I was like, which one is worse? And then what was iconic about it is because I was running to the stadium to do a jump into the Pilsner's country, and I looked up and I saw my friends standing there doing this, just waving their arms like, come over. And I'm like, oh, shoot. They got my friends in the crowd. So I just ran up to them and jumped.
What an epic story for sure. It's a heck of a run. Congratulations again. But before we let you go, have you been watching any of the league this year? Have you watched any of the green and white or the Stamps for that matter?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of the games this year. So, I mean, Riders are playing good. Stamps are showing flashes, here and there. But, it's still a competitive league all the way across. The only thing I'm a little sad about is just there's not really a lot of just flashiness from the defensive linemen like I'm used to. I need some defensive end, some young defensive end to just call me and I'll help you.
There you go. You put on a clinic in the off season.
Yeah.
Charleston Hughes. Quick week-long clinic. It's a pleasure always to talk to you. Congratulations. Your phone's been blowing up. We know that. You're a busy guy today. Rider Nation is very happy for you, and thanks for doing this, Charleston.
No, thank you. Appreciate it.
And one last present before you leave, Charleston. Your Wikipedia page is fixed. I made sure to add that you were the CFL sack leader in 2017 as well, so you can rest easy. It's all good.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Now I'm corrected.
Right on. The CFL Hall of Famer, Charleston, who's joining us here on the Sports Cage. We are streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.
Winter in Saskatchewan tests everything, our patience, vehicles, and sometimes our bumpers. From icy parking lot dings to serious highway mishaps, choosing local matters. At Regina Motor Products Collision Center, we're Saskatchewan owned, run, and we drive these roads too. An SGI accredited full-service collision center working on all makes and models. Submit your SGI claim and book your appraisal. It's easy. When you need repairs you can trust, it's neighbors helping neighbors. Regina Motor Products Collision Center, south at Highways 1 and 6 Albert Street, rmpchevrolet.com.
He's gaining on us. Quick, let's hide in the garage.
No, it's stuck again.
You said you fixed it.
I meant to. I just never called Busy Bee Doors.
Lift it, hurry, lift it.
It won't budge. It's busted.
Don't let a broken garage door turn into a horror story. Call Busy Bee Doors. They can fix or replace any commercial or garage door. Busy Bee Doors, the garage door specialists.
Hey, Regina. Ready? The monsters are coming. Monsters and Mayhem crashes into Kings Park Speedway July 17th, 18th, and 19th. Finally, Regina. An outdoor, no-holds-barred crushing showdown. Featuring high-flying, car-crushing monster trucks, wild mini monsters, and gravity-defying freestyle motocross. Tickets on sale now. Get yours fast at outlawsofmotorsports.ca. That's outlawsofmotorsports.ca.
Getting insurance is one thing, but making sure you're actually covered the way you think you are is another. At Lakeview Insurance, Scott Schultz and his team help you get a second opinion on your coverage so you know what you're protecting. It's about protecting what you've built. Talk to Lakeview Insurance today.
Text CKRM 306-936-6262. Powered by Prairie Land Rentals. From power tools to skid steers, they probably have what you need for
Wednesday here in the Sports Cage. The show is brought to you by Regina Motor Products. 936-6262. I see a bunch of you coming in there. It's Travis, Dan, Roscoe, Terry, Wendy. I see all your headliners or your day lineup for Country Thunder. Do I see a Helix in there? Of course, there's got to be a Helix guy all the time. So, yeah, let us know on that. But let's go out on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline. Continue it. Western Pizza tonight. Perfect pizza, generous amount of toppings. All the Greek favorites you love. Joining us, no idea where he is, Lee Cormish. But I did see a tweet, Lee, that you are not happy with a certain airline, Frontier Airlines. They kind of screwed you over.
Oh my goodness. If I have a message for you and who's ever listening today, never fly Frontier Airlines. Never. Doesn't matter how good of a deal, doesn't matter what it is. I'm trying to reach all 16 stadiums, and Miami was on my list. I had a great flight to Miami, got on the plane. It was midnight. The pilot gets on the intercom and literally he says, "Attention customers, I have no idea, but they don't want me to fly this plane tonight." So we deplane. We get rebooked for 8 o'clock in the morning. I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm right at the gate. Delayed till 10:30. My connection in Atlanta is razor thin. And so we get on that plane and eventually we get to Atlanta. We all run off that plane. The lady said, "Oh, you're at C40. It's just right beside you." We get off that plane. I'm at E1.
Oh.
C40 is the opposite side of the airport, and we ran there. And when we showed up at that gate, it didn't say Miami, it said Nashville or something like that. Our plane to Miami was now delayed 3 hours. We didn't know what was going on. I was getting text messages. Your flight will depart 4:15. Your flight will depart 6:15. Your flight will depart 2:15. It was crazy. And so anyways, we finally get on. I'm telling you, we get on the plane and we're sitting there, and it's about plus 40 degrees on that plane. And they say, we got a part to turn on the AC. Part shows up. Attention customers, part is broken. We're waiting for a replacement part. We need to deplane this. We need to get off the plane. We get off the plane. An hour later, we get back on a plane. And I'm looking at my watch, and I'm like, my gosh, what's an Uber to Hard Rock Cafe Stadium in Miami? And anyways, I get off. When we land in Miami, I'm literally walking off the plane, and there's a large TV right in front of me, and it says Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, 51st minute. It's a 35 to 45 minute Uber to Hard Rock Cafe. I missed the game. I missed the game. I missed a World Cup game because of Frontier Airlines. And then I called them and explained everything. $150 voucher expires in 90 days. I'm telling you, I would not fly Frontier Airlines if it was free. And then Alistair Johnson, one of the great Canadian players, got sent. That's the reason this has kind of really come up today, is that Alistair Johnson got sent to the wrong city and lost his luggage.
Oh.
And that's kind of the story. So I just don't fly Frontier.
Okay.
Even if that price looks good.
There's a lesson right there. They have nice planes though. Got nice paintings on the planes. But yeah, do not fly, people. You heard it from Lee. He just missed. He missed the game in the World Cup. That's unfortunate. Where are you today though? What's the plan here for the next couple days for you?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta, and I'm looking at my options here. So France-Morocco plays in Boston tomorrow, and I'm going to try to get to that one. And then Spain-Belgium's in LA. I'm looking at that one as well. And I have a ticket today for Argentina-Switzerland, so that is a guarantee, and that'll be my 15th stadium of the 16, and then I'll come back to Atlanta and go to the semifinal, which will complete my mission, which I'm ecstatic.
Southwest Airlines, or what's the airline that's fail safe?
Southwest, United, American Airlines, those three.
Okay. There we go. We just had Ed message us on the Prairie Land Rentals text line. Flew it once, never again. So we got more people with their Frontier. Let's go with the games first off. We'll get to Canada in a bit. Let's go with those games yesterday. Let's be honest. I rewatched them because I was working. Like that Argentinian comeback. That I don't care if you don't like soccer. If you're just a sports fan, to sit and watch that. What a game. And then the other one goes into kicks and the pressure of that Swiss player who kicks it about 40 feet over the net. Talk about pressure in that situation. Those games yesterday, Lee, though, as a soccer fan, are those top notch for you as well?
Yeah, Argentina-Egypt was special. That might be the best game of the tournament. To be down 2-0 and to come back with 3 straight goals, that just shows you're the world champion. And Lionel Messi's equalizer to make it 2-2 was sublime. Yeah, that's the best game of the tournament so far. Swiss-Colombia, I kind of thought it would be a 0-0, low-scoring affair. And then, the shootout, man. I wanted Colombia through so badly, and Swiss survived. I would have had Argentina, Colombia in Kansas City, and I'm telling you, that's what I wanted.
Who's the team that's through that you're maybe surprised by?
Belgium. I didn't think this young, revised Belgium side would still be around. I thought Senegal was going to take him out. But, Belgium, they got their old stars sitting on the bench, and they're doing it with the young guys. And usually you don't get a lot of success with young guys in that first go-around, but they're still around. They're going to give Spain a test, but I think Spain will overcome them.
What's the game in the quarterfinals that you think should be the doozy? Is it Argentina, Swiss? Is it Norway, England? The guy with I forget what's his name, Holland, the guy with the man bun or the ponytail. That's cool to watch. Which quarterfinal game do you have circled as the game as a must watch?
Yeah, there's been a lot of heavyweights getting knocked out of this tournament, and England-Norway is a very interesting game because England was able to survive in Mexico, which I didn't think they were going to do, but they did, and they're at their best that I think I've ever seen England play in a long time. And with Norway, you've got a special marksman in Erling Haaland. He's a special guy, and he's showing it against Brazil. He's showing it throughout the tournament. He's going for the golden boot. So England's got a challenge, but I think they'll beat them. But that's the marquee matchup, is an all-European affair right there.
Canada deserve better against Morocco?
Oh, man. I'm crushed. I stayed off my phone for 3 days. And, we given our roster and the amount of injuries that we had, we came out fighting hard. We battled that team, but the problem was we couldn't score a goal in that first half. I was sitting next to a few Mexicans, a couple Canadians, and we were in awe because we took it to Morocco for 45 minutes, but we needed a goal in that first half. And we were saying to each other, if Canada doesn't score in this first half, we're in trouble. Don't concede in the first 5 minutes of the second half, and then we've got a chance. But we gave up a goal right away in that second half, and then we were chasing the game, which opened us up at the back and allowed Morocco to get just 3 chances. They had 4 chances. They scored 3 times and hit the crossbar, and that shows the pedigree of a top team compared to what level we're at. And so we played to our level. I'm sad that we didn't get a moment in that game or didn't take a lead against Morocco. It's a tough one, and I'm crushed.
Do we ever find out the real story from Alphonso Davies?
Well, he spoke to the media and said he didn't feel 100% in that game, or to come out and play against Morocco. Is that the true story? Was Bayern Munich intervening? Was Alphonso Davies wanting to play but maybe held back? I don't know. It's the World Cup round of 16 against Morocco. Why guys play less than 100%? We've seen it throughout this tournament in the round of 16. I don't know. Davies, when he interviewed and said he wasn't 100%, I've listened to him talk a lot, and I just feel like he wasn't 100% truthful on that. Maybe that's what he was told to say. It's a tough one. But regardless of that, you need a superstar to get through a round of 16, to get to a quarterfinal match. That's what Erling Haaland has done for Norway, and we needed him. And it's sad because he's in the prime of his career at the age of 26, and you go from 2022 to 2030 and you only played 20 minutes in the World Cup 2026. It's a real steal from Team Canada. He's the guy, and you could tell in the 20 minutes he played against South Africa, he changed the game. So it's really sad for me because I think if we have Alphonso Davies, he changes the aspect of that game against Morocco, and maybe we steal that game. Maybe we're still in it. Maybe we're going to Boston and playing France tomorrow.
Does this change anything for soccer in Canada, or did it just shed a spotlight on it for those of us that don't know the game that well?
Well, there's 2 things. We have the Canadian Premier League, which averages a fairly low attendance. We've got, Edmonton folded, Winnipeg folded. It's not at its best. I don't think that the Canadians love the world competition, whether it's swimming, whether it's golf, whether it's hockey, whatever it is. So we captivate the attention of the country with this tournament. I think what will come of this is the kids. I think the kids will see what they can achieve, where they can play. So I think for the future, I think it embeds well for players and kids looking at these heroes. They've got heroes now in our own country, which we've never really had before. As far as the game as a whole, it's a tough game in Canada. We have tons of fans across the country. They cheer for Manchester United and PSG and Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland and Harry Kane. So they cheer for the big stars, Lionel Messi. But as a local game, I don't think it changes a whole lot. But the kids, one day you're going to see a kid saying, wow, I watched Alphonso Davies. I watched Stefan Eustáquio in 2026 score against South Africa, and that's what'll come of it. I think we'll see some players down the road.
Okay, well, I'll keep following your schedule, and hopefully we can catch up next week as we get into the semifinals. It's exciting. I'm glued. I'm still watching. I'm placing a few bets here and there. Absolutely love it. Lee, thanks for doing this again. Travel safe, and like I said, hopefully we get to catch up next week.
Yeah, I'm here for you. Whatever you need. I enjoy talking with you every time, and it's a little sad with Team Canada because we really had an opportunity there.
Yeah, and it's sad, Frontier Airlines, but we're putting it out there now. The Saskatchewan boycott on Frontier Airlines. Lee, thanks so much. Lee Cormish, she's our soccer insider. He's been traveling the World Cup. Wow, what stories to go to almost every stadium. Yeah, and it fires back up tomorrow, France, Morocco, and then we go into Friday, Spain, Belgium, Saturday, Norway, England, Saturday night, Argentina, Switzerland. Why wouldn't a guy get into soccer? Hey, World Cup, I'm invested. Curtis, it's a Sports Cage. We are streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com, and we're on the legendary 100 years old 620 CKRM.
To celebrate CKRM's 100th anniversary, we're honoring the icons who helped shape this station into what it is today. Our next 620 CKRM icon inductee, James Allen. Here's a James Allen behind the mic moment with James' daughter, Bobby Allen.
Dad started co-hosting a program with Harold Hamilton, who had been there for quite a while, called The 18th Hour. The show was massive. More than 100,000 people listened regularly. If you think about that, Saskatchewan didn't even have 1 million people at the time. So that was roughly 1 in 10 people in the province were tuning in. But one of my favorite stories about the show's popularity came from a listener complaint. A woman had called into the station and asked if they could shorten the program because it was half an hour long. And Doug said, well, why? And she said, well, my husband leaves for work at 6, gets home at 6:15, and then sits in the driveway until 6:30 listening to your show. Well, my supper gets cold.
To hear the full extended interview, visit our 100th year page at 620ckrm.com or sastoday.ca. Pack your bags and get ready for a trip of a lifetime. 620 CKRM and Kloss are giving you the chance to experience 6 unforgettable days in Germany. Enjoy a scenic Rhine River cruise, incredible food, local wine, and unforgettable nights taking in the culture, sights, and sounds of Germany. And yes, you'll also tour the Kloss World Headquarters and see how everything's built up close. Be listening to find out which sponsor locations you can enter at across southern Saskatchewan and catch chances to qualify during Saskag Today with Ryan Young. The grand prize draw happens this July at Ag in Motion. Don't miss your shot at the Kloss Germany trip giveaway.
Brought to you by McBids, Borgo Tillage Tools, Johnston's Grain, P90 Energy, and 620 CKRM.
They could have just called it a flooring store.
Yeah, but that doesn't really cover it.
carpet, hardwood, laminate.
Outdoor flooring, artificial turf, rubber athletic flooring.
Hey, that's more than a store.
Exactly. That's a superstore.
So whether it's your living room, your garage, your gym, or your backyard,
think bigger, think super. I think you've got it now.
Flooring Superstore. Quality floor. Over 20 years serving Regina and area. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
Back to our regular spot, Pump Jacks Cathedral.
You know, I thought Pump Jacks was a kind of boot polish till last month.
What are you getting?
Kerwin's crispy ribs and a cold pint of local craft. Crispy, meaty, beautiful.
You had me at meaty.
Plus, we got live music on the weekends, big screens. This place is basically my second marriage.
And way cheaper than the first.
On the corner of Albert and 13th, Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. Come early, stay late. The place where friends meet.
Play of the game? Touchdown! More like the game to play. The new Saskatchewan Roughriders Scratch and Win ticket. It's your chance to win 10 years of Rider season tickets, a premium suite for the home opener and the Labor Day Classic, and tons of Rider swag. Plus, 2 chances to win $75,000. Tickets available at your favorite lottery retailers. Proudly brought to you by Sask Lotteries, supporting sport, culture, and recreation across the province. Please play responsibly.
Here's Ken Barrowman with Power Rich Fertilizer.
Looking to get more from every acre? Power Rich foliar fertilizers deliver a powerful boost right when your crops need it the most. Packed with essential macro and micronutrients, it enhances growth, maximizes yields, and boosts resilience. Let Power Rich Fertilizer and its over 40 years of experience get the right foliar to your yard to help increase your bottom line.
Call Power Rich Fertilizers today. 1-800-663-GROW.
The Roughriders season is here and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Reliance Heath Water Heater Rentals. Rent a water heater and water softener starting at about $1.20 a day and get $400 when you switch to Reliance Heath.
They made it official, kind of. The Hamilton Tiger Cats are starting Jake Dolegala on Sunday against the Riders. Looks like AJ Ouellette running well today. Should play on the weekend. No games at the World Cup today. Continues tomorrow. Western Canadian Baseball League. Red Sox are at Moose Jaw, 7:05. Swift Currents at Cairns Field in Saskatoon. Major League Baseball. Blue Jays and Giants just finishing up here. Probably get an update on that, Curtis. Blue Jays doing a little Hawaiian breakfast special in San Francisco today. End of the 8th inning. The Jays are up 7-rip. Sportscage.com poll. Was the World Cup in Canada a success? You can vote at sportscage.com. It's for Reliance Heath. Rent a water heater and softener together for about $1.20 a day. You get $400 when you switch as well. Some conditions apply. Call on Reliance. You were going to say something, sir? No?
No.
Okay. Usually when you pull the mic to your face, that means I am ready to speak. Prairieland Rentals text line.
Sometimes I just do it, you know?
Prairieland Rentals text line. Where do you land Wednesday?
Oh, do you want me to hit the intro? I got a button now.
No.
You sure?
We ran it 3 times this hour already. Don't want it to jump the
One
shark.
more time. What if those people missed it?
Don't want it to jump the shark. Travis, we're asking people, where do you land? Who would you like to see at Country Thunder? If you could line up a day, Swammer went with each headliner, but you got to stay within budgets here. We got to be realistic, okay? So Travis, regular on the program, says, this is where I land on Wednesday. He would go Doc Walker, Brian Adams, Zach Brown Band, and Darius Rucker.
Ooh, Hootie and the Blowfish.
See that? I think that would have to be headliner each night, because one day you'd blow your budget. Like the next the next day you'd have to have Fog Dog and the Rainbow Hunting Boys or something playing.
Maybe Bryan Adams blowing out the budget. I feel like Bryan Adams would be crazy.
Danny,
Summer 69.
Danny says Friday, Tracy Bird wants to get a watermelon crawl. Saturday, Helix and Bryan Adams, Canadian Rocks. Helix. Sunday, the budget has been all spent. You're not getting Bryan Adams for sure, because Sunday, Danny wants to bring in George Strait.
You see, this is not a fun game. I don't like playing realistic lineups.
Well, who would you're going to pick Elvis? You're going to pick dead people?
Why not?
No. Maybe that's what
actually, that would bring the budget down if you brought in an Elvis impersonator and then just had him perform at Country Thunder.
Curtis visited the dispensary before he came to
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Roscoe says Brad Paisley, he's been out there a number of times. Ashley McBride, Lindsay L., and Stumped on a Good Rock. Okay, that's. I thought that was the name of a group. He stumped on a good rock band. Yeah, bring in Kim Mitchell.
Bring Nickelback back. I love Nickelback.
Kevin, Sawyer Brown, Cafe down on the corner. Randy Travis went healthy. That was one of the. I saw Randy Travis at the Casino Regina. I'm so glad I did, because he had the stroke and he's got health issues now. Operator, please connect me. 1982. Oh, yeah. The Tragically Hip, When All Members Alive. See, Kevin's going down your path.
I didn't say Elvis, by the way. You said that I said Elvis. And now you're just thinking I said Elvis.
Kevin wants to see Carrie Underwood. He says, oh, man, those legs. She does have some sort of universal gym machine in her house. Travis.
What was that show you guys were talking about all the time? Flex Appeal.
Tommy Hunter show?
Flex Appeal. By, what's her name again?
Kiana.
Kiana's Flex Appeal. Yeah, there we go.
Great programming back in the day. Okay, here's my first four. I haven't seen this guy, and I really want to see him. And he's kind of a new country act, which is surprising. I really want to see Cole Swindell.
You're getting really into it. By the way, it's time for the news.
Tracy Lawrence, Chris Cummings, and the fourth one to be determined. We'll get to that in hour two, along with Clark Monroe, Last Mountain Distillery, and some more Rider Audio. It's a Sports Cage. We'll be back after the news.
Proudly broadcasting from Treaty 4 territory, the homeland of the Dakota, Nakota, Lakota, Saulteaux, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. We are 620 CKRM Regina, a Harvard media station.
News is brought to you by Bronco Plumbing and Heating, where professional service is guaranteed. They'll treat you right. Call 781-2090.
It's 4 p.m. Good afternoon. Partly cloudy and 23 degrees in Regina. I'm Denis Conroy from the Saturday Newsroom of 620 CKRM News. Southern Saskatchewan is heading into a prolonged stretch of dangerous summer heat. Temperatures will near the 30-degree mark on Friday before climbing into the mid-30s by the end of the weekend. Humidex values could approach 45 on Sunday, especially along and south of the Trans-Canada Highway. While conditions may ease slightly early next week, above-average heat is expected to continue, and Environment and Climate Change Canada says heat warnings will be issued as the event approaches. One person is recovering after a plane crash near Beaubier in southeast Saskatchewan. The Transportation Safety Board says a crop duster struck a power line before crashing, causing substantial damage and a post-impact fire. RCMP say the pilot, the aircraft's only occupant, was flown by STARS Air Ambulance to hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The Transportation Safety Board is now gathering information as it works to determine exactly what led to the crash. Charges have been laid after a shooting in the community of Red Wing last week. Prince Albert RCMP say officers responded to a report of a shooting on the evening of July 3rd and determined an altercation between several people escalated when a firearm was discharged. One man suffered serious injuries and was taken to hospital. Police later seized a firearm from a nearby home and arrested a suspect who now faces aggravated assault and firearms-related charges. Millions of new trees will be planted across Saskatchewan through $24.5 million in federal funding for forest restoration projects. The money will support 8 projects under the 2 Billion Trees program, helping restore wildlife habitat, improve biodiversity, and strengthen forests after recent wildfires. The largest grant, nearly $7.9 million, goes to the Kitsaki Management Limited Partnership to plant at least 3.5 million trees in northern Saskatchewan. Funding will also support projects by Sask Power, Métis organizations, provincial parks, and Cowessess First Nation. Saskatchewan residents and visitors can fish without a license during Free Fishing Weekend set for July 11th and 12th. The Ministry of Environment says the annual event offers a chance to enjoy the province's lakes and rivers. Officials remind anglers that rules still apply, including catch limits, size restrictions, and special regulations. The exemption does not cover national parks, and a license is needed to transport fish out of province. That's 620 CQRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620CQRM.com.
When summer heat hits, there's nothing worse than an air conditioner that can't keep up. Stay cool, comfortable, and ready for those hot Saskatchewan days with a new Bryant air conditioner from Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Bryant systems are built for reliable performance, energy efficiency, and lasting comfort, so you can keep your home cool all summer long. Call Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today for more information or visit broncoplumbing.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Weather for next-gen coatings, spray coatings for truck bed liners, rocker panels, and more. Same company, new name, 1865 McCarra Street, Regina.
Weather tonight, mainly clear, low down to 11. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high up to 24. Tomorrow night, isolated showers in the area, only a 30% chance, and a low down to 15. Thursday, partly to mostly sunny, high of 25. First day, Country Thunder, here we go. Mostly sunny, high of 28 on Friday, and it gets warmer on Saturday. Keep an eye on the sky at night. We're looking at Saturday, mostly sunny, a high up to 32. Right now in downtown Regina, we have mostly cloudy sky, and it is 20 degrees.
For over 40 years, you've known them as Regina's trusted vehicle protection specialists. Now they're introducing the next gen of coatings. New name, new level of protection. They're now Next Gen Coatings. 3 generations of their family have served your family, and that hasn't changed. Same owners, same commitment, ready for the next gen of truck beds, rocker panels, trailers, bumpers, and running boards. The company hasn't changed, just the name. Next Gen Coatings. 1865 McCarra Street. The next gen starts now.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Regina Motor Products. RMP summer offer on now until August 31st. Receive a $25 SOE gift card with purchase of a vehicle health check and oil change package. Visit RMP today. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
All right, we're back. We're back. Jeff and Weyburn, no, we can't. Text message, because the engagement is fantastic. People want to talk it. People are having fun with it. Riders back on the practice field today. If you missed it in hour 1, Coach Mace talked about it was a slow start in Ottawa in that game, but they went. AJ Ouellette running solid at practice today. Expect him to be in the lineup. Looks like Jake Dolagala is going to start.
Oh, yeah.
For Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to see Trey Ford.
You think so?
We're definitely going to see Trey Ford.
If you're a betting man, you're saying we're bet to see Trey Ford?
We got.
Does it count if he doesn't start and then Hamilton gets the win, that he's still undefeated against the Roughriders? Are we going to count that?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay. Sounds good.
So.
Is he? Are they going to do it? Are you? What are you saying for the game?
What am I saying? What the score?
Yeah,
Riders are going to win. I haven't looked at the lines. I haven't looked at what I'm going to sprinkle. That's for the pregame show.
Do you want to look at the lines? We could sprinkle the day right now.
That's okay. Let's do it.
Let's do it,
baby. The day right now because there's no World Cup games tonight, so we can go to the Rider game. Dun dun dun. All sports, football, CFL.
Let's see here.
Riders 137, the tie 3-point games 440, Hamilton 450. Look what the odds makers are thinking of Hamilton winning this game.
It's a bit of a long shot.
And you got the Riders at -8.5. I think that's a little aggressive. And the over-under's 54.5. That's a tough number. I'm actually going to go under. I hit the under last week, the Riders Ottawa. But I'm going to go under.
Bold move to hit the under with all the scores that are happening in the CFL these days.
Mm-hmm.
Bold move.
And I ain't touching that point spread, but I'll go the Riders win more than 3. So I'll take the Riders on the pro line.
All right. That's good.
This is a good time. That was sprinkled today. Sports Select. Make your picks online. Generate a QR code. Scan at your Lotto Spot retailer. And there you go. Bingo, bingo. Cash in hand. Play with the original. Sports Select. While we're doing this, let's transition to pick the score.
Ooh.
936-6262.
So Barney's already determined that the Riders are going to win. Now you just have to pick the score.
You get a chance of winning tickets to the next Rider home game. If you're the closest guess to the actual score, every week someone wins a $200 SaskTel gift card. Tiger Cats Riders, 936-6262. Pick the score. You can play along with Where Do You Land Wednesday as well, since you're texting in. Who would your lineup be at the festival in the Valley, Country Thunder?
You're giving me the gears about hitting the intro because we already did it multiple times 1 hour. Do I hit it now?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Where do you land Wednesday?
So 90s Saturday morning sitcom.
Cube transition afterwards.
You ever watch Saved by the Bell?
No. Never watched Saved by the Bell.
It was a TV show. It was popular.
I know it's a TV show.
Okay.
I've just never watched it.
Trevor Harris talking to the media at practice today. It was unfortunate. We heard Coach Mace talk about it in hour 1, the devastating injury to Bo Levi Mitchell.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate. Unfortunate for the CFL and, for them. And, your hearts go out to him. I just, as a competitor, I know how much work he put in. And so frustrating, definitely, for sure. But I know he'll rehab hard and get back to the field as soon as possible.
Yeah, exactly what probably we thought he would say. Now, on the starting quarterback front for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, against Winnipeg, if anyone watched that game, was it Sunday game? And Jake Dolegala went in, and I think his first pass immediately, he just threw it right to a Winnipeg Blue Bomber guy. Linebacker just sitting there like, whoa, okay. He was 0 for 2. Trey Ford was 3 for 7 for 12 yards. But they have named Jake as the starting quarterback. Trevor talked about Jake and what he knows of Jake from his time here.
Smart football mind, and he moves around a little bit better than maybe you'd think. Big fella as well.
Big fella, very observant there.
Yeah, what
Trevor?
is he?
He's tall. He's either 6'6" or 6'7".
6'5"?
Let me double check.
6'6"?
Jake Dolegala, height. He is 6'7". Yeah,
wow.
I was right.
That is tall.
Woo! Yeah, you don't remember when he was starting with the Riders a couple years ago?
Not really.
It was when Trevor got hurt.
I don't think I was doing this job, so this is really passively.
So you just didn't care.
I was really passive. I was gambling. I was hitting lines. What's Tommy Stevens?
Tommy Stevens is, I think he's shorter.
6'4",
Let me
6'5"?
check. Tommy Stevens' height.
I stood beside him. He's really tall.
He's 6'4", so he's shorter than Jake
3
Dolagala.
inches. Jake Dolagala. Trevor Harris knows him well. We had him on the program in hour one, into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame. Our quarterback talking about Charleston Hughes.
Aside from age, I would say it's a blessing. I'm very thankful for this country, this league, and what it's helped me develop in as a man. I told my wife yesterday, I was like, I think football has taught me so much as a human and helped me grow as a person and a child of God. And so it's been something I'm really thankful for. And so it's a lot of games. Actually, I didn't know that. So it's wild. It's a lot of games.
That was actually Trevor Harris talking about getting ready to play his 200th regular season game, though, Curtis, because you figured out when you factor in playoffs and all that, he's well over.
Not gonna lie, I have a different clip that says about to play 200 games. I don't know what's gonna happen if I play that clip. It's a mystery.
Is that clip the Charleston Hughes clip? Do you want to preview it?
We can just give it a go. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's maybe this could be about Charleston Hughes. This could be about Where Do You Land Wednesday.
Yeah, it wasn't our best. It wasn't our most crisp. Obviously, some mistakes and things that we want to clean up. But like I've told everybody, in this league, there is so much parity. Everybody has good football players. You look at everybody's roster. Everybody's got great players and good coaches, and so we can't apologize for winning. But we know that we've got to clean stuff up and be better. We will, which I think our offense is on a good course this year.
Okay, we're gonna put the tire fire out right now.
I think that was on Ottawa.
That was
talking
Trevor
about the
Harris.
Ottawa game.
Trevor Harris talking about the Ottawa game. Yeah, everybody knew what it was. What is everyone thinking here? Quickly, out the old text line. Yeah, Riders. Pretty heavy on the Rider front. Pick the score, 936-62-62. Chance to win tickets to the next Rider home game with our friends from SaskTel. And if you're closest to, and you get a chance to win a $200 SaskTel gift card. Also, the Rough Rider Foundation 50/50 early bird prize every game. Riders5050.ca. This one's good. This one's really good. Return flights from Saskatchewan to London, England. 7 nights at a 3-star hotel with an ice maker. A Hello London tour. London by night bus tour. Stonehenge. And Kensington Palace.
That sounds like a pretty good trip. Did they specify what airline for Lee Cormish if he wants to get a little ticket for this?
If you don't want to go on the London Escape for 2 and you win the early bird prize, you can take $9,000 cash. And of course, you're still in to win the 50/50. Lock it in at riders5050.ca. All kidding aside, what would you take?
What would I take?
You take the cash?
I'd probably take the cash. I'm young enough. I can still have a lot of life experiences, and cash can compound if you invest it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I got some time to let it sit, Barney. Big businessman.
Big compound guy. Okay, and then some other CFL news. Looks like Zach Collaros is questionable for Winnipeg.
Don't you mean Zach Collaros?
Zach Collaros is questionable against the Argonauts this weekend. Hammer the Argos. Have they moved the Argos line on that news yet? So I should go to that quickly. That game is on the 10th, which is Friday. And it's Toronto's 205, Winnipeg, the underdog at home, 260. They must know something's up with Collaros, the odds makers.
Smart.
Yeah, or you could take the tie 330. That could be a tight game. I think Toronto might blow them out. They're doing a lot of traveling. Tomorrow we're going to get to Glenn Suter. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the traveling that Toronto is doing. We'll get to a couple more of your text messages in a bit. Actually, we'll go right now. One from Terry. She'd like to see Brooks and Dunn. Another one for Tracy Bird. Restless Heart. And a rock band, Widemouth Mason. Yeah. I don't think Widemouth Mason would headline. But they'd be in the mixer.
So now you're complaining that a realistic act
That's good.
can't be there, can't headline.
They open it up. Open up
right.
the night. 936-6262. Where do you land Wednesday? We'll go to break. We'll come back. Clark Monroe is going to be in for a couple segments here. We'll talk some baseball and more. It's a Sports Cage streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.
Winter in Saskatchewan tests everything, our patience, vehicles, and sometimes our bumpers. From icy parking lot dings to serious highway mishaps, choosing local matters. At Regina Motor Products Collision Center, we're Saskatchewan owned, run, and we drive these roads too. An SGI accredited full-service collision center working on all makes and models. Submit your SGI claim and book your appraisal. It's easy. When you need repairs you can trust, it's neighbors helping neighbors. Regina Motor Products Collision Center, south at Highways 1 and 6 Albert Street, rmpchevrolet.com.
Hey, Regina. Ready? The monsters are coming. Monsters and Mayhem crashes into Kings Park Speedway July 17th, 18th, and 19th. Finally, Regina. An outdoor, no-holds-barred crushing showdown. Featuring high-flying, car-crushing monster trucks, wild mini monsters, and gravity-defying freestyle motocross. Tickets on sale now. Get yours fast at outlawsofmotorsports.ca. That's outlawsofmotorsports.ca.
House, cabin, office, home gym. If it has a floor, Flooring Superstore probably has something for it. Need carpet, laminate, hardwood, outdoor synthetic grass, rubber flooring for your gym? Yeah, they pretty much have it all. And if you're a do-it-yourselfer working on a small project, check out their cash and carry department for deeply discounted prices. So whether you're renovating a boardroom or covering that mystery floor in the basement, think Super. Flooring Superstore. Quality floor. Over 20 years serving Regina and area. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
Welcome back to Sports Cage. Missed any part of the show? Check out the podcast powered by Freeze Tolman at 620ckrm.com and sportscage.com.
Hey, welcome back for Regina Motor Products on this Wednesday. Summer offer now until August 31st. Receive $25 an Esso gift card with the purchase of a vehicle health check or oil change package. That's a good deal. Need an oil change anyway. Get in there. $25 Esso gift card. Visit RMP today. In studio with me, coming in for the next 40-ish minutes, Clark Monroe. Works for IKS. We did a lot of SJHL chatter with Clark back in the late winter, early spring. Now it's baseball.
Yep.
You're a huge baseball guy. You play the game still.
Yeah.
And then you're doing a lot with the Western Canadian Baseball League. But you're also a Blue Jays fan.
Yeah.
And the Blue Jays just thumped the Giants.
Yeah, maybe their bats are back finally. I don't know. But Vladdy hit a homer. Don't let him get hot. Springer hit a homer. Cease had a no-hitter going in the ninth. I think he let it go. But yeah, it was a great day. It's finally like a good couple of days, so I'm a little worried that it's going to just turn around and go really badly.
Because going into they lost on Monday 10-1 to San Fran, and it was like 10 losses in 13 games or some
Not
bad
good.
run.
Yeah.
And then they win yesterday 9-3, and then today 10 rip.
Yeah.
Are they going to make the playoffs?
Well, how long do we have? The way the AL is going this year, the American League, it's still there. The chance is still there. The opportunity is still there. I think that a lot of teams right now are really hesitant to make trades because there's such a muddy middle ground right now where a lot of teams could go on a heater and then be in a playoff spot. So there's some teams on the fence right now that I don't think are willing to give up any players in trades. So I think the Jays. I mean, it's all internal, and it's been internal the whole season. It's been guys not playing up to their potential. Vladdy, Springer, Alejandro Kirk missed so much time, and he hasn't really quite gotten back to what he was used to doing. Varsho hasn't been all the way there. So I think I'm going to say, because I want them to make a push again. I mean, after you make the World Series, I feel like you got to try again, right? So I would love to see them make a push, maybe go out and get a big bat. It's really hard to do, but we'll see. I'm going to say yes, just because I want to see it more than anything.
Yeah, looking at the AL, like
it could be anybody. It's anybody's game. Those wild card spots are wide open. So.
Yeah, and when's the All-Star break?
It's like 2 weeks.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I think the MLB draft is coming up next week, if I'm not mistaken, and the All-Star games right after that usually.
Let's talk some Western Canadian
Yes, sir.
Baseball League. Regina Red Sox this year, huge year last year. They win it. They kind of go on a heater at the right time.
They got hot at the right time,
Kind of struggle bus so far this year.
Yeah, well, don't look now, especially because I know where we are. We're in Regina, and I've been at the ballpark all week. I was helping out with their game day production all week, and I'm going to be there again on Sunday. Might go to the game tomorrow night against Okotoks. But they're in last place in the East Division right now. Swift Current's gotten hot in the last little bit, and they've just leapfrogged them. So it's the Red Sox have some talent. They have a lot of high-end talent. It's just a matter of now putting it all together, and they just haven't been able to do that consistently yet. So the crazy part about it is just like the American League and the major leagues, the East Division right now is all over the place. They're in sixth, but they're not far out of third. So it's still very early, I would say, to push any panic buttons for the Regina Red Sox. And they do have some of the high-end talent that I think could help them get back to where they were last year. But I think the top two spots in the East are locked with Saskatoon and Moose Jaw. They're very good, very deep, very good pitching, very good hitters. So it's just a matter of now, how is the next two playoff spots gonna play out with Medicine Hat being a very good offensive team, not having quite the pitching. Weyburn, extremely scrappy ball club, a lot of veterans there. They brought back some really key players. And then Swift Current, they're a complete new group of guys. Their whole team is new, and they have some really solid hitters. So can Swift Current maybe find a little bit of a groove here and go on a hot streak?
So how many teams make it?
4 out of 6 in each side. So West, 4 out of 6, and the East, 4 out of 6. Medicine Hat's in the East Division. The rest of the West is Alberta teams.
Do you just, kind of like last year too, a little bit, but maybe this year it's going to be more of a grind, but is it just get in, you chip in a chair?
Absolutely. Yes. And that's how it worked last year, right? They were about 500 last year for most of the season. They actually went on a mid-season slump. Some guys left the team. Some new guys came. They gelled immediately. Pitchers got hot. Hitters got hot. They ended up going on a run. So it is in this league, because of the way that it's the summer league, style of it, is that guys leave. They have college commitments. They leave. Some guys come late. So it's the other, goes both ways. So teams are not yet finished, I would say, in terms of adding players, changing players in and out, just because some guys come late. Like, just heard Sylvan Lake in Alberta, they got like an all-star player back this week. So what is that, 30 some games into the season, they're getting an all-star player back.
Is there a deadline when you can add guys
There's
back?
a roster freeze. I don't know the exact date, but there is a roster freeze, and it is coming up shortly. I just don't know the exact date of it.
West Division. Okotoks, are they the lead dogs there?
Yeah, they have the most wins in the league right now. Technically, mathematically, Lethbridge is in first place, just because they have fewer games with all the rain delays, and it's like a record number of rain delays this year. Ask the senior baseball teams in Regina how they feel about how the season's been going so far. But yeah, no, Alberta's had a ton of rain, so Lethbridge I think has like 5 or 6 games fewer played than Okotoks. But if you ask anybody, I would say Okotoks is probably the favorite right now to get at least first in the West. Lethbridge has a ton of power, though. Like, they're a dangerous team, and they have some really good arms this year too. They added some arms, but they have a ton of bats. And Sylvan Lake is just well balanced. They've been a very well-oiled machine for a long time now. They're right there in the mix as well in the West. There's really a 3-headed monster in the West. It's those 3 teams, and they're all very good.
If you had to pick a dark horse in the league right now, who would it be?
It's Medicine Hat for me. And saying that, I think they're in 3rd place in the East right now, so it's like, that's not really much of a dark horse. But
I don't know, but
because the East is such a messy, muddy group right now, to me, Medicine Hat has had world-class hitting. Like, if you go to the website right now and check out the runs for, runs against, I think they're 2nd in the league in runs for, but they're like last in runs against. Like, they've given up 2nd or 3rd most runs, but they also have scored a ton. So to me, Medicine Hat is like finding the right mix of arms away from being near the top of the league overall, not just, in the East. Like, overall, I think they have the offense to do it. So can they find the arms, or can some guys step up or maybe some guys are going to find their mid-season form in a little bit and find it. But to me, Medicine Hat is like, they're kind of, in a way, their record doesn't represent how good their offense is. So they're big boppers. Can they find the arms? And I think once they do, they might find themselves in the top mix in the East.
I love just a lot of times I love rooting for the little guy.
Yeah.
A little bit, right? So you kind of mentioned it earlier. Weyburn being a scrappy bunch. 3-7 in their last 10. They're sitting like 4th place-ish in the East right now. What makes them so scrappy?
Well, if you look the record, they're 4th, which is in the playoffs right now. And I think they've missed the playoffs for a few years in a row. So they're a town and a city. Weyburn, the Red Wings. They're a town that loves their sports, and they would get behind a playoff run in a big way. They have some guys who have come back who have been through that grind now for a few years. So that's the way, like, they just have guys that just don't give up. Like, they have that small town mentality, like you said, kind of the underdog, the little brother mentality.
Yeah.
Moose Jaw often has the little brother mentality and Swift Current, but Weyburn is smaller than both of those guys. So they definitely have that small market, mentality that all their guys are just ball players. They just come to play. They go all the way to the end. And if you look at their record, if you look at their results, a lot of their games are close, and they actually keep a lot of their games low scoring, which is rare in this summer league style with these young guys. It's a lot of offense most nights. Some of the arms don't hold up. They don't have the depth of arms, but Weyburn seems to have that. It's just a matter of, can they start winning those close games rather than losing them? A lot of their games are 1, 2 runs, 3 runs.
You mentioned this year weather-wise, there was a lot of rain.
It's wild.
Nights you couldn't play in the league. Like, does that make for a lot of double headers, obviously, and too many for some teams?
Yeah, it definitely takes a toll. The tough part is like all the double headers turn into 7-inning games, which is fine. But then that turns into, some teams have great starting pitching and they can go 5, 6, 7 innings. Some teams rely on pitching by committee. So if you're getting into 2 or 3 double headers in a week, you're talking 7, 8 games in a stretch of 3 or 4 or 5 days, and some teams have had to do that. Then, so of course that not only takes a toll on your pitching for those games, but then going forward for the next week, you're at a deficit too. So yeah, it's given some teams some headaches. There was I think it was Fort McMurray, and I want to say Brooks or Energy City, which is Spruce Grove. They played a game where they had 3 games in a day. So that's, and all 7 innings, of course, games, not 9 innings. So 21 innings, though, in the same day. That's wild to us. And they were able to, I think one of the teams got 3 wins in that day. It might have been Fort Mac. But either way.
That's like, you kind of stop that at like 11, 12-year-olds.
Right?
So that's enough.
Yeah,
two a game, 2 a day is enough.
Yeah. One guy starts game 1 and game 3. But no, it's been a ridiculous season in that regard. And last year was bad. Last year we dealt with a lot of smoke, plus the rain. This year it's like the rain just thought, well, I'll pick up the slack for the smoke because there's not as much, so I'll make more rain. It's been, Mother Nature hasn't been friendly.
What's attendance been like around the league?
I think pretty good. Fort McMurray, actually, just the other day set a record for attendance. They've never had, I think it was like 2,800 people were at a game, which is great. And I think
white sunglasses as far as you can see.
Yeah, well, yeah. They actually have a game coming up later this year where they're going to attempt to set a Guinness World Record for amount of Hawaiian shirts worn at a sporting event. So take that for what you will, but it's going to be exciting. Like they have the special jerseys and everything. The coaches are going to be wearing Hawaiian shirts.
The Guinness Book is
the Guinness Book.
The shark.
Yeah,
it's just grasping at straws.
Oh, come on! It's a big deal. It's a big deal. But yeah, no, I think attendance generally has been pretty good. These teams are putting out a good product. These games are fun to go to. Even though some of the scores might be out of hand, it leads to crazy finishes. There was one game, for example, it was Brooks, and it might have been Energy City too, but it was Brooks for sure. They were up 19-3 in like the 6th inning. They lost 22-19.
That's exciting.
So this is, the CFL's old slogan of no lead is safe.
No lead is safe.
It's the same for the WCBL. It's wire to wire, good baseball. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
How would you like to be those pitchers that gave up that lead?
Well, I think it was funny because on social media, Brooks put out the score 19-3 after 6. Like it was like their score update that they, a lot of teams put out score updates. And then I think the final score one just said, "Welp." 22-19. Oops. It was that was a few weeks ago, but it seems like a lot of those games, there's been some extra innings. I know Okotoks right now, you mentioned them earlier. literal top dogs. They're the Okotoks dogs. They were in Saskatoon, I think, last night, and they went to 11 innings in extra innings, and Okotoks ended up winning. They play again tonight. So it's a great mix of talent this year. Where yes, some of the teams are very elite, but even those teams near the bottom, they can put together really good days. And any given team, any given Sunday.
Right on. Okay, we'll go to break here. You're going to stick around.
Yeah.
We'll chat some more.
Sure.
On some other things. Maybe dabble in a little hockey here. It's a Sports Cage streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com and on 620 CKRM.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. Don't just hang a door, install a Steelcraft. Turn curb appeal into curb envy.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
Steel-craft.ca.
Winter in Saskatchewan tests everything, our patience, vehicles, and sometimes our bumpers. From icy parking lot dings to serious highway mishaps, choosing local matters. At Regina Motor Products Collision Center, we're Saskatchewan owned, run, and we drive these roads too. An SGI accredited full-service collision center working on all makes and models. Submit your SGI claim and book your appraisal. It's easy. When you need repairs you can trust, it's neighbors helping neighbors. Regina Motor Products Collision Center, south at Highways 1 and 6 Albert Street, rmpchevrolet.com.
Get it hot and get it fast. Western Pizza.
You just played 4 quarters of football. You got hit by guys built like farm equipment. And now you're thinking about a little celery stick and a protein shake? Come on, this is a job for Western Pizza. Load up with pepperoni, ham, bacon, melty cheese, maybe some ribs, lasagna, or souvlaki on the side. You put in the work, now eat like you mean it.
And get it hot and get it fast. Western Pizza.
Welcome back to Sportscage. Connect with the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262.
Welcome back to the Sports Cage on this Wednesday for Regina Motor Products. You're welcome to participate. 936-6262. It's our Where Do You Land Wednesday question today. Was where do you land on the music festival, Country Thunder? And what acts would you like to see on a 4? And you can pick some rock ones.
Okay. Yeah, because Creed has opened up a whole new can.
Yeah, well, what was was it Nickelback, the first rock they brought a couple years ago? And last year was Def Leppard, which was great.
Yeah.
And then this year is Creed.
Yeah, I'm a big Tragically Hip guy. So can you get like a hologram Tragically Hip out there? That'd be sick.
Funny you say that.
Or Downey on a hologram.
Somebody messaged in on the Prairie Land Rentals text line that they would like to see the Hip, obviously.
Yeah.
Gord Downey's passed on. That is one band that I wonder if they will get, because I've seen the Tragically Hip experience. I had the lead singer in the studio here, and he sounds
great.
Yeah. So could it work?
Where they bring in a new guy and go touring again?
Journey. I know Steve Perry didn't die, but Queen.
Yeah, Foreigner did it. I went to Foreigner last year in Moose Jaw.
Okay.
Yeah. So they had a new guy. It was almost the whole band was new, I think.
Yeah. I wonder. I think it's enough time has passed.
Yeah.
And if the guy was, remotely good in the same,
and start making some new music too, is what you're thinking?
Throw out a new tune.
Sure. Linkin Park did it. If you know Linkin Park, they have the new female singer, which is a big difference. But I was a big fan.
Roxette's touring with a new lady. I'm going to Phoenix to see him.
There you go.
My favorite band.
There you go.
But yeah, that's. I think enough time has passed that it could probably work.
Yeah, I could see it.
And I get you, Canadian.
They could easily do like a greatest hits tour with a new singer.
Yeah,
New music is interesting because Gord was such a integral part of that writing process. I'd be curious.
Linkin Park that was a regret. I think they canceled in Saskatoon. Something happened,
and then
I was pumped. And then Chester passed away.
Oh man, I would have loved to have seen them at that moment in time. Yeah,
they're on the list. I want to see them. Disturbed. Love to see.
I'm sure they would have a great live show.
You ever seen? They got a live. You can watch it on live at Red Rocks.
Okay, sure.
Outside of Denver, there.
Yeah.
That's a it's loud though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah,
you got to be in the right mindset for that one.
So yeah, we've had some people bring in rock, a lot of Canadian rock. I'm finding that a lot of the Sports Cage listeners are rock listeners as well. But we've gotten a number of Sawyer Brown. So people are playing along, right? Because you can't blow the budget.
Yeah.
Or you can't say like 4 all-stars.
Right.
I went with Cole Swindell, who I haven't seen yet. Good country. Tracy Lawrence, old school 90s country.
Sure.
Throw in a dip and listen away.
Yeah.
Chris Cummings, I think, is one of the most underrated country music acts Canada ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then my fourth, I'm weighing back. Who did you say, Curtis? The Rankin family? There's no. I'd go Johnner Brothers. Get some Saskatchewan.
They've had to have done it by now. No.
Oh yeah, they've done it a number of times.
Yeah.
They classics.
Just get all the Saskatchewan families together and bring them out for a big
Hunter Brothers
jamboree. Yeah, the Hunter Brothers.
936-6262. Who would you like to see at Country Thunder? Who's your day lineup? Let's talk some hockey here.
Sure.
Who's your team again? The Leafs?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm feeling better. Remember, last time I was here, I wasn't feeling very good.
You walked in with a bag. You were going to put it on your head.
I was going to throw it on. Boston pizza bag. I was going to throw it on, but I feel different now. I feel pretty optimistic, actually. Not like all the way, but I'm a whole lot better than I was.
I know. And I think it's a good, this is just me, and I was down on holidays when it happened. And I'm like, Bobrovsky, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Old, how many games is he going to play?
Yeah.
What can he do? Let's start there.
Sure.
What as a hardcore Leafs fan, do you like that?
I'm hesitant to like it, but I think I do. I mean, if you look at the workload that he's had, he's one of the most durable goalies in the league over the last decade. Some of the most games played. So in terms of him being available, I'm not overly worried about that. And obviously, his last season wasn't great. A lot of people point out, he had I think it was like 870 save percentage or something like that. But the Florida Panthers were an AHL team for most of the year last year. Like Barkov missed the whole year. That's a huge chunk of two-way play. Kachuk missed a ton of time. Seth Jones missed a ton of time. Go down the list. They had basically an AHL team for 45-50% of the year last year. So I'm not overly concerned about his production from last year specifically. And I mean, he's won 2 cups in the last, 3 or 4 years, 5 years. So to me, that's, if you look at the Leafs in the last 15, 20 years, how many starting goaltenders have they had? I'm not saying guys who started games. I'm talking about bona fide starting goaltenders.
Peter Eng. That's way back.
15 to 20 years.
Like Alan Bester.
The last one I can really think of is like Curtis Joseph, Ed Belfour, maybe in the early 2000s when he came around.
That's even maybe
late 90s.
Yeah.
They had a good run in that stretch, but really since then they've had a bunch of fill-in guys, some young guys that didn't really pan out.
Very Edmonton-ish.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. They've kind of had a rotating door, and in the last few years, Stolars, Woll, I mean, guys that are kind of 1Bs that are good, and Woll, maybe he'll end up, Joseph Woll, maybe he'll end up being something in Philly or whenever he finds his A game. But, Stolars, great numbers, hurt a lot. So to me, you bring a guy in who's durable and starts a lot of games and has the pedigree, might be one of the better goalies they've had in a while.
I like the Radish move.
I feel like that's pretty good. And you see some of the other contracts being given out to defensemen lately, and I think a lot of people see 8-5, and he's going on, 29, 30 years old. He kind of just came around. But the Leafs have not had, and nobody can argue this with me, so don't try to argue, they haven't had a bomb from the shot since Dion Phaneuf. So to me, it's like they haven't had a guy who can shoot on the power play. Morgan Rielly, love the guy. Is
he gonna stick around?
I kind of hope so. Personally, I'm a big Morgan Rielly truther. I love the guy. I think he's a great guy to have around. He's the longest tenured guy on the team. I would love to see him stick around. If the money doesn't work, then something else might have to happen. But they haven't had a guy who can bomb the puck like Darren Radish can in a long time. So again, it's kind of the same thing as the goalie thing. They haven't had this asset kind of player for a while. Now they've added these pieces that they just haven't had, and it's like, okay, so where is this going to go? Like, I'm really curious. that's why it makes me a little bit optimistic because I like where they're heading, at least, or what they're trying to do.
I had Cody from the World Hockey Report, great follow on Twitter.
Sure he is.
On yesterday, and we were kind of shooting the breeze, and I was like, is Daniel Briere absolutely psychotic? Or what? And he's like, he loves the move because you break it down to where the cap's going.
Right.
And down the road, he'd be at 18 schmil, he'll be the highest paid player right now. But in 4 years, that's, it's all good or whatever.
Well, McDavid will make in 2 years more than that.
And Leo Carlson, who I didn't know he was that big.
Yeah,
he's a big, powerful. He's been in the league 3 years already, had a good playoff run. But what a move, regardless.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how I got to pick my words carefully here, but like talk about putting it all on the table. I'll just say that. I mean, that's a swing. It's a big swing, and it's something we just don't see in the NHL. So and now it opened up the door. Barrett Hayton got an offer sheet. Pavel Minchikov from Anaheim also was talking about getting offer sheeted. They didn't. Obviously, they matched or they figured it out before that happened. But it's open. It's a new world, and it's kind of exciting to think of all the options that now these contracts you might see start happening. Young guys are getting paid way earlier. We've known that for a few years now. You don't have to be 28 to get a big contract anymore. So I don't know. Yeah.
And the GMs, right, they're going to always be like, we can't do what Verbeek did. We got a lot like the Macklin Celebrinis and
it'll for sure scare some guys.
Yeah. You're just, okay, we're making this happen.
Yeah.
Right
and
now.
How bad does Pat Verbeek feel now that he's gotten put into this situation? Whereas like a year ago, everyone was praising Pat Verbeek as, wow, look at the stuff he's built. Look at the team he's building. Look at the youth movement they've got going on. And now it's like Mason McTavish is gone. Carlson might be gone. There's your top two centers. How do you keep a rebuild going when you lose your top two centers in the same offseason? It's going to be interesting to see how they decide to go about this.
What else is? Obviously everyone's kind of still curious on Connor Hellebuck, and where there's the
whole Team USA,
the Colorado rumors out there.
Yeah.
Hellebuck,
sure. New Jersey has been, now that the Barrett Hayton thing is gone, because New Jersey put an offer sheet on him. I'll be curious to see if they think that they want to try to make something else happen now.
He's got to want to go somewhere where they're there.
Yeah, like he would be a good piece in New Jersey, I think. With Hughes coming into his own, hopefully staying healthy, and they just re-signed Nico Hischier. So, Dougie Hamilton's still sticking around. I don't know if he's going to stick around much longer, but Luke Hughes is there as well. So New Jersey's like a big piece away, and maybe Hellebuck's that guy. They just got rid of Markstrom. Markstrom's gone, so they have a hole. So maybe he's the guy.
I don't know if it was when you were here, but I was like, it's only a matter of time, like months ago, till Brady Tkachuk was gone, and it happened, and then I went to Ottawa last week or the week before, and I was kind of having a couple pints and talking to guys about it, and they're just like furious, hurt, and I'm like making sure they can't swing, and I'm like, but you knew this was happening, right?
Yeah.
Like you kind of.
What hurt Ottawa fans more? Brady Tkachuk leaving or Daniel Alfredson getting hired as a Leafs assistant coach?
Yeah.
It's been a tough couple of weeks for the Senators fans. They got Claude Giroux back, though. That's got to feel nice.
Cheka in Toronto. Isn't it as bad as everyone
Not yet.
Yeah, well.
We'll see if it pays off. That's where I'm at, because I was very, not confused, but I was very much standing back and waiting.
Mm-hmm.
And then, obviously, winning the lottery accelerates everything. Had he not won the lottery, I mean, who knows? They might have sold off a bunch of pieces.
True. True.
Now winning the lottery, it's like, we can't. We got to go for it now. You can't win the lottery with the team that they have and then say, oh, yeah, we're going to sell everybody off. I think so. Had they not won and they gave that pick to Boston, because it was supposed to be going to Boston. So had they not won and they lost that pick, they didn't have a first rounder, all of a sudden, okay, I think Morgan Riley's gone. I think Matthew Nyes might get traded. Who knows what else they do.
Austin.
Maybe. I don't even know. Like, with all the stuff going on, I wouldn't doubt it. But now Gavin McKenna's in town, so you can't do that. So I don't know. It's going to be curious.
All right,
I'm
Clark.
interested.
Good chat. Thanks again, as always, for stopping by. Lots of fun. We'll have to do it again, and we'll be watching the baseball. And speaking of before we let you go, Senior Men's League. Who's the wagon there?
Well, they've barely played any games because everything's getting rained out this year. I think
the wives are happy this year.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. I'm not playing too much because I'm still rehabbing my knee, and I want to make sure about that. So I haven't been playing. But Trappers are still winning games. But the thing about it is now these teams are getting some youth movements coming up. So there's a team called the Woodpeckers. They're a young, scrappy squad. My nephew's on that team, so I'll give them some kudos. But they've picked up some young players. The Regina Dodgers have picked up a bunch of young guys. Rhett Hodgins, who was on the Red Sox last year, among others. They've picked some big AAA kids coming up to the next level. So they're young, speedy, good all the way around. And they've picked up some arms, which was huge for them. The Rockies are still scrappy. They won last year. They won the league regular season last year. So they're good. It's a good group of four. Trappers are never you can't count them out though.
Yeah, but watch out for those Woodpeckers.
Watch out for
that handle.
You got it. Yeah. They do too. That's why they play it up pretty hard.
Clark Monroe again on the Sports Cage. We'll go to break. We're going to come back. We are going to have Meredith in from Last Mountain Distillery. It's a Sports Cage and
can I stick around for that?
CKRM. Yeah, you can for sure.
Rider Nation lives on 620 CKRM. I'm Dave Thomas, voice of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Sunday is game day as the Riders take on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Countdown to kickoff with Tegan Whitco and Wes Cates is at 2. The pregame show's at 4. And kickoff with Luke Mullender and I is at 5. Saskatchewan Roughrider football on the Cooperators Rider Broadcast Network is brought to you by SaskTel, the Cooperators Redhead Equipment, Prairie Ford Dealers, and Sask Power. Stream every moment of Rider football at sportscage.com.
Erectile dysfunction affects many men, and effective treatment options are available. Revive is helping lead a new approach to men's health, offering confidential, physician-directed assessments and evidence-based treatment options for men experiencing erectile dysfunction. Treatments may include low-intensity shockwave therapy and other regenerative approaches. The goal is to identify possible underlying factors and determine whether non-surgical therapies may help improve sexual health and function. Book your private consultation today. Visit revivemd.com. Producers have long trusted Louis Dreyfus Company Yorkton. Markets are stronger than ever, and LDC always has competitive basis levels that help put more money in your pocket. Grain pricing orders have been picked up higher than market levels, and there are options for spring and summer delivery. Louis Dreyfus Company, celebrating 175 years of growing with farmers. Call 1-877-782-8882 or visit ldcyorkton.com.
The year-end Progressive Baseball Sale is happening now at Extreme Hockey. Save 10% on your first item, 15% on your second, 20% on your third, and 25% on your fourth item and every item after that. Score big savings on bats, gloves, helmets, training gear, and more from trusted brands like Rawlings, Easton, Wilson, Under Armour, and Marucci. Whether you're gearing up for the playoffs or planning ahead for winter training, now's the time to stock up and save. Don't miss out on the savings. Visit Extreme Hockey today and take advantage of these great deals while they last.
Get it hot and get it fast. Western Pizza.
Hey, it's your stomach. We need to talk. What are you doing to me here? Another sad little salad? I like eating healthy as much as the next stomach, but sometimes I want to live. Load me up with a Western pizza, pepperoni, ham, bacon, melty cheese. Now we're talking. And maybe some ribs, lasagna, or souvlaki on the side. Treat me like a respected stomach. Western Pizza. Dine in or take out today.
And get it hot and get it fast. Western Pizza.
This is Sports Cage. Watch our live stream at sportscage.com and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Okay, welcome back, Sports Cage. This Wednesday for Regina Motor Products. Curtis is with me, and joining us in studio, we've been doing this through the summer, Meredith Schmidt from Last Mountain Distillery. All right, today you're going right to my heart. What did you bring in for us, Meredith?
We've got the Barney special here. We've got Granny's Gin with some club soda and just a little bit of Fresca in it.
I call it the Wednesday.
Well, I call it the Barney special.
Because I used to have it playing men's nights on Wednesday. It's so refreshing. Mm-hmm. The little bit of Fresca, takes this. I don't know. I'm not a specialist with taste buds and all that.
Citrus and gin are like a prime combo.
I've drank a lot of gin. in my day. And I've told you guys this. I've told Braden this. Told your husband this. I think your gin is right up. Give us the quick story on the gin from Last Mountain.
So our gin is Granny's gin. So it's my husband Colin's grandmother. Granny was a war bride, and she used to drink Gordon's gin. And after 5 years of being a distillery, we said, you know what, Granny, we'll make you a gin. So we gave her like 3 different samples to try, and she was like, that's the one. So yeah, that's how Granny's gin came to be.
Oh, what did Granny drink it with?
Club soda and lemon.
Okay.
Yep. But none of that lemon gin stuff. She was always very particular. Just club soda.
The gin at Last Mountain, I swear by it. It's great. Did I also hear, is there some new whiskeys coming down?
We are we had a, basically we're down to 1 whiskey right now, which we just released, which is a 3-grain. So we have, it's rye, corn, wheat. So basically 34% is the mash bill. It's 11 years old, super sippable and delicious. It's the only one we have right now. So I think the next one we're going to have is a red wine finish.
That's I told him you got to bring that back because I loved that one.
It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming. Okay. I believe that's right. I think we have 3 or 4 more whiskeys we'll release by before the end of the year. But for now, we only have the one, but and of course our old fashioned. People love our premix old fashioned too.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah.
I had a guy from Saskatchewan come down and buy a case. He sampled it at Christmas, kind of a family member. Absolutely loved it. Okay, in closing, this is serious business here. Roscoe texted in earlier in the show, when you guys were here last week or a couple weeks ago, whatever it was, the raspberry lemonade cocktail in the baggie, which is available at all the Sobeys and at the distillery in Lumsden.
Yeah.
People better lock it in because it's going to be sold out, you said.
Yeah, we only have so many materials. Basically, we kind of aimed for an ambitious number. People have loved it.
It is.
So yeah, I think it'll probably be gone by the end of July is my guess. That's kind of our forecast based on what we have. And then we'll maybe do something else for the holidays and have something else next summer. But
nice.
Yeah, it's a great summer drink. So we're rolling with it. We're so glad people have loved it.
Ninja slushy.
Yeah, I know.
My wife can't wait to try it in the Ninja.
Awesome.
And I think Crofty's doing one at the tailgate for the Rider games.
Yep. We just had somebody come into the store who was getting his dill pickle vodka for his Caesars. And then he was like, you know what? I'm going to try that in my Ninja, actually. I'm going to grab one of those.
There we go. The raspberry cocktail baggie. If you haven't got it, get out and get it. All the Sobeys. Or always Meredith. Visit, especially going to Country Thunder. You're going to the lake. Stop by the distillery.
Yeah, absolutely. Stop by and come grab it from us. If you can't get our stuff, the Co-op right across the street carries all our stuff too. So we have, business hours at this point. But yeah, come to our store anytime. That's kind of the only place you can buy our whiskeys too.
And then, are you still doing the samplings?
Oh yeah, you can do tastings. I mean, the benefit of coming out to Lumsden is you can try whatever you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna have the Wednesday, the Barney. Gin soda Fresca. Meredith, always appreciate you coming in, and thanks so much for this and the raspberry lemonade cocktail. There's gonna be a ton of that out at Country Thunder.
Awesome.
It will be. It'll be awesome.
It'll be good.
All right,
Keep people going.
Meredith Schmidt from Last Mountain Stir. Let's get into the ticker.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Extreme Hockey and Sport, 1425 McIntyre Street, the Cooperator Center, Moose Jaw Temple Garden Center, and online at extremehockey.net.
If you didn't hear, the Hamilton Tiger Cats are starting Jake Dolegala Sunday against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. AJ Ouellette was back on the practice field today, looking good, running fast. Blue Jays 10-0 over the Giants in an afternoon affair today. Western Canadian Baseball League, Miller Express hosting the Regina Red Sox and Moose Jaw 7-5. Swift Current travels into Saskatoon. And the Sportscage.com poll was the World Cup in Canada a success. Vote at Sportscage.com. It's for Extreme Hockey and Sport. The year-end Progressive Baseball sales on. Save 10% on your first item, 15 on your second, 20 on your third, and 25 on your fourth item and every item after. So if you need anything baseball, Extreme Hockey right now, McIntyre Street in Regina. out on the Western Pizza Guest hotline, talking to Croft. Dan Croft from Croft Electric. Did you just listen to the Meredith, The Last Mountain, Dano? Because I know you're thinking about getting the lemonade cocktail for tailgates. It's almost sold out.
Oh no, I didn't hear that. We just finished the staff meeting, so I just walked back into the office. We were doing it out in the parking lot so the boys could have a little sun.
So there you go. You got to get that, and you're close to the distillery in Lumsden, so make your way down there and grab as many bags as you think for your tailgates throughout the season, and then we'll have a great old time with that Ninja that you bought. Yeah. So did you figure out a generator at the tailgate, or what's the plan?
Yeah. We'll have a generator. We got one of our little Generac generators, so we'll have that sitting there, purring away, just creating a little bit of power to blend up some Ninjas, some slushies.
That's right. Do we want to talk generators? Because if people are thinking, I might get a generator at the cabin, at the house, at the farm, wherever, Croft Electric's got them.
Yeah, now's the time to do it. It's there's a little bit of delivery to get them in, but not super long or anything like that. But the thing to think about is let's get it done in this nice weather before winter, because as much as the summer storms are annoying and stuff like that, and we need the generator for that kind of thing. Those winter times when it's cold, that's when you want that generator. A wise old farmer told me one time, think about things think about problems in the cold when it's hot out, and think about problems in the heat when it's cold out. So.
That's a good one. Croft Electric online. You find out everything you do. But Dano, if someone needs any electrical work done, best way to get a hold of you guys?
Yeah, give us a call, 306-586-1333. Talk to Amy. She'll get you all booked in, whether it's for our preferred customer program or just a service call. She'll juggle around and get your problem solved.
Excellent. All right, and they can find you at the tailgate if they're floating by as well.
Exactly. Come see us. We'll have one of our service vans sitting there in a little tent out front. Come have a beer.
Awesome, Crofty. Can't wait to see you this weekend, bud. Thanks for doing this.
You bet. Talk to you later.
Croft Electric. Look them up online. Everything you need. Hour 3 is coming up. Scott Schultz on the program, and also we'll talk Country Thunder with Megan Benoit. It's a Sportscage on CKRM.
From the towers to the tractors, country's greatest hits. 620 CKRM, a Harvard media station.
News is brought to you by Echo Sound in Fort Capel. Stay connected with a new cell phone from Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer. Call 306-332-6711.
The news is brought to you by Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, home of Saskatchewan's biggest selection of Ram trucks and Jeeps. CrestviewChrysler.ca.
It's 5 o'clock. Good evening. Partly cloudy and 24 degrees in Regina. I'm Denis Conroy from the Saturday Newsroom with 620 CKRM News. A Transportation Safety Board investigation is underway after a crop duster crashed near Beaubier. Officials say the aircraft hit a power line before going down, resulting in significant damage and a fire after impact. RCMP say the lone occupant was taken by Stars Air Ambulance to hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Emergency crews responded to the scene this morning while investigators continue collecting information about what caused the crash. A Red Wing shooting has led to aggravated assault and firearms charges. Prince Albert RCMP say an argument involving several people turned violent on the night of July 3rd when a firearm was fired, leaving one man with serious injuries. Investigators later located and seized a firearm at a residential property before making an arrest. The accused has appeared in Prince Albert Provincial Court, while RCMP continue working to determine the full circumstances surrounding the incident. The Saskatchewan Ministry of Health is urging residents to seek medical advice after any possible contact with a bat. Officials say bat bites and scratches can be difficult to see, but rabies treatment is highly effective if started before symptoms appear. The province received 13 reports this year involving people exposed to bats that later tested positive for rabies. Health officials remind residents not to handle bats with bare hands and to call Healthline 811 or see a doctor if concerned. Saskatchewan is funding 12 new sober living spaces in Swift Current to support people recovering from addictions. The government says the $607,000 annual investment will provide a stable, drug-free environment for those who have completed treatment. Leaders say post-treatment support is key to staying on track and avoiding relapse. The spaces are part of the province's plan to add 500 recovery spots. Officials say more than 380 of those spaces are now available in communities across Saskatchewan. Get ready for several days of intense heat across southern Saskatchewan. A long-duration heat event is expected to begin Friday afternoon, with temperatures rising into the mid-30s this weekend. Humid conditions will make it feel even hotter, with humidex values nearing 45 in some areas on Sunday. Although temperatures may dip slightly next week, the heat is expected to linger, with Environment and Climate Change Canada planning to issue heat warnings. Regina police are investigating vandalism at Judge Bryant School in the city's East End. The Regina Public School Division says it became aware of spray paint damage on Monday and has sent facilities staff to clean the site. Police are now reviewing the incident. The school is currently closed for summer break, which started for students in late June. That's 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620ckrm.com. Weather is next.
Now this is technology. Betamax, landline, 3 channels of my TV.
You're so behind, I don't know if I should laugh or cry. You desperately need to go to Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer.
Sounds futuristic.
It is. Max Stream TV, SaskTel Internet, and the latest cell phones.
Stream TV?
No schedule or waiting.
Internet?
High speed?
No phone cord?
No cord. Boy, your mind's gonna be blown.
Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer in Fort Capel. EchoSound.ca.
And now your summer savings report for Crestview Chrysler in Regina. Current conditions include no-charge diesels on select Ram trucks, kicking off a powerful month of savings here in Regina, and adventure seekers can get into a brand new Jeep Cherokee with payments starting at just $279 bi-weekly plus tax. Forecast models are calling for heavy discounts, low finance rates, and serious trade values, all expected to continue throughout the entire month. This has been your summer savings report for Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Regina.
Weather for next-gen coatings, spray coatings for truck bed liners, rocker panels, and more. Same company, new name, 1865 McCarra Street, Regina. And Kevin's Marine. Make the most of summer with a boat or pontoon from Kevin's Marine in Fort Capel. kevinsmarine.com.
The night begins with a mainly clear sky, and then some cloudiness does mix in. We're watching some moisture passing by. It'll graze us as it moves through, to the north primarily. But enough moisture clips in, enough instability clips in to bring in the chance for a shower or thunderstorm, primarily after midnight and before sunrise, so we should be back into some drier conditions through the day on Thursday. The showers that develop overnight, though, could be locally heavy. 15 degrees is the low. We'll see 25 for the high on Thursday under a mainly sunny sky. Thursday night, clear with a low of 13 and sunshine for Friday, high of 28. We'll watch a quick little disturbance coming in Friday night. Warm air is building in, but that final push where it really builds in for the weekend may bring in a little bit of extra cloudiness with it. Even the chance of a shower in the evening Friday. Daytime is dry, it's those evening hours we'll watch. 28 is the high. We clear back out, drying into the weekend. Temperatures lower 30s Saturday and Sunday. With your 620 CKRM weather forecast, I'm Precision Weather meteorologist Phil Spivak.
For over 40 years, you've known them as Regina's trusted vehicle protection specialists. Now they're introducing the next gen of coatings. New name, new level of protection. They're now next gen coatings. 3 generations of their family have served your family, and that hasn't changed. Same owners, same commitment, ready for the next gen of truck beds, rocker panels, trailers, bumpers, and running boards. The company hasn't changed, just the name. Next Gen Coatings, 1865 McCarra Street. The next gen starts now.
This is the year to own the boat of your dreams. At Kevin's Marine, discover legendary Lund boats, built for a lifetime of serious fishing and family fun. Stretch out and relax, or enjoy the day with family on a brand new pontoon from Bentley or Crest, or make a splash in a 4-wind sport boat, all powered by trusted Mercury 4-stroke motors. Right now, get manufacturer rebates, dealer discounts, and low payment financing. Make decking easy with Shoremaster aluminum docks and lifts. Visit Kevin's Marine in Fort Capel or kevinsmarine.com.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Regina Motor Products. RMP summer offer on now until August 31st. Receive a $25 SOE gift card with purchase of a vehicle health check and oil change package. Visit RMP today. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Welcome back to the Sports Cage on this Wednesday. RMP right now, the summer offer is on now until August 31st. Receive a $25 SOE gift card with the purchase of a vehicle health check and oil change package. Visit RMP today. Curtis is with me. If you missed any of the program, go back, listen to it in podcast form. The podcast is brought to you by Fries Tallman Lumber in Regina and Fort Capel. Delivery available. More than a lumber yard. Siding, decking, roofing, windows, doors. Like I said, delivery available to the cabin, the cottage, the farm, the home. Fries Tallman Lumber, the sponsor of the podcast. The Prairie Land Rentals text line's buzzing, 936-6262. Where do you land Wednesday? We're asking people, where do you land on Country Thunder acts? Who would you like to see? There, Curtis loves it. It's good. Once an hour. I think you're at once an hour with that. Randy messaged in. He said, how about a little nitty-gritty dirt band, a little Brad Paisley, Tracy Lawrence, another Tracy Lawrence vote. That's my kind of guy. And then for rock band, he says, bring back Nickelback. That's what you said. Yeah, Nickelback was good out there. Def Leppard was good. I'm expecting Creed to be top-notch.
Nickelback rips, man. How could you not like Nickelback?
They rip.
They rip.
They rip, bud.
They rip. They're worth at least 3 tutties. No problem.
936-6262. We got some other ones coming in. Tim McGraw, lovers out there. How about this one? Bands, no name on this one. The Marshall Tucker Band, Nathaniel Radcliffe, and the Chicks. The Chicks were out there a few years ago. They filled in last minute for someone. They're all right. Mine, Cole Swindell. Haven't seen him yet. Want to see him. Tracy Lawrence. Love the man. Chris Cummings. And if we could fit in Roxette, I think they're in the 4-hole. Or Ronnie Dunn. I don't need kicks. It'll come cheaper. All I need is Ronnie Dunn. There we go. 936-6262. Back out on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline. It's time for our chat with Scott Schultz.
The Midweek Sound Off, powered by Revive Men's Health Clinic. Treatment for men's ED without pills or surgery. Discreet and confidential. Visit revivemd.com. Lakeview Insurance. Get a second opinion on your coverage with Scott Schultz and his team. Protecting what you built.
I'm going to put you on the spot right out of the gate, right out of the gun here, because we're playing SaskTel Pick the Score also for people, 936-6262. We need the score of the game, Tiger Cats Riders this weekend. Chance to win tickets to the next Rider home game. And if you're closest to a $200 SaskTel gift card, Schultze, what would your prediction be? Knowing that Jake Dolegala is starting, I'm sure we're going to see Trey Ford. Give us a quick prediction on the game this weekend.
I'm thinking 5th game, right? It's the 5th game of the year.
Okay.
I'm thinking 5th game's a charm. Riders win at home on Sunday, 35-17.
Yeah. Low scoring for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Okay, we'll mark that down. Let's start there. Let's say you're preparing for this game, and you know that Trey Ford has had a lot of success against the Riders. Runs around, scampers around, legs of fury back there. But they named Jake Dolegala, who was in Rider camp, right? We know Jake. Jake knows us. I would be shocked if we don't see Trey Ford, though, even though Jake's been named the starter.
Yeah, that's for them to figure out. I mean, those guys are gonna put in who they feel, and I can only imagine the stress that they're having this week trying to sort that out, and the pressure. You know how it gets around here, and media asking questions, who's it going to be? But whoever it is, as a defensive coach in football, I mean, we all say the same thing. I mean, you got to win first down, and if Hamilton gets behind the chains and we're off and we can get a pass rush going, it's going to be a factor.
Would you be preparing though for the running Trey Ford?
Yeah, yes, you have to address all the threats and give it its due. But the biggest thing the Riders are doing all week is making sure that they're assignment sharp and they're performing and executing at a high level within their defense. And if they do that, that's going to take care of a lot of the extra stuff. And of course, the Hamilton gets paid too. They're going to make some plays, and that's why you've got to focus a little bit more on some of the mobility stuff. But the biggest thing is, are we executing our defense on what's being called?
What goes through your mind when you see Bo Levi Mitchell and that injury?
That's tough. It's just like he's been around for so long. It's like, it's enough, okay? Like, then they're saying, oh, he's going to, rehab and get back or come back next year. It's like, these guys make $500,000 plus a year. I mean, how much is it? How many more years has he got?
He's 6. He's only 30. He's only 36. He's only 36.
Oh, I thought he was older. My bad. But these guys, I mean, when you get on these roller coasters, but I mean, who's to say? I mean, the same thing happened here with Collaros. I mean, he was on an injury up and down swing and had some bad ones here with the Riders and basically gets exiled off to Toronto, and then boom, bada bing, he's three cups deep.
Fajardo a little bit as well. You've seen it a number of times, but it's wild though watching that game. And I know we're going to get to the Riders in Ottawa and everything in a bit here, but watching that Hamilton Winnipeg game, and you see Collaros and Bo Levi Mitchell both go out, and then it's like, oh, I hope I hammered the under, because there ain't going to be a lot of scoring.
It's going to get real plain real quick.
Yeah, well,
vanilla is the color of the day.
The drop off is wild. Okay, so we watch the Ottawa Rider game. First thing that jumps out, a bad start for the Riders, but just shake it off. Whatever. It's a CFL. It's kind of like basketball. Call me when we're getting close to the end of the game. But I really thought, on the offensive side, I was like, this is positive. Connolly was picking up on first down, solid 4 or 5 yards, Schultze, which is, for an offense, that opens up so much.
Oh yeah, chewing them up. It's just getting yards and chunks, making the down distance less of an extreme. Anytime you can do that, and you've got good field or good range on second down, where it's 2nd and 4 to 2nd and 6, the playbook opens up quite a bit, and it's one of those things where the Riders, like you said, they didn't start out great, but it was kind of that bend but don't break kind of thing happening.
What jumps out at you from that game when you're watching?
Well, I think that, I'm a defensive guy, that. And I think the thing that impressed me most was the defense at the end of the football game. They didn't have to be perfect for 60 minutes. They just had to stop them when it counted and when the game was on the line, and they did that. And so, as an old defensive guy, that's what you want. You're saying to yourself, defense, can we hold it here? And they got her done. And then the second thing was momentum. Momentum wins games in the CFL, and, people underestimate special teams all the time. And on a 110-yard field, one return can completely flip the game. And, Sexton's touchdown changed the energy on both sides, I think.
Oh, yeah. If you're watching the stream, we're watching it right here. And I know that the punter's taking a lot of flack here, but there's a lot of people that are giving the punter flack that have never had a guy come in full tilt in pads at him, Schultze.
It can be quite a deal, even if you're a 300-pound guy. I can remember running out there on special teams, if you can ever believe I did play special teams. But when I was way younger with the Riders, I got sent down, and I ran into Marcus Sellers, that big fullback from Winnipeg.
Oh, Mike Sellers.
Remember that guy?
Wasn't it Michael Sellers?
Mike Sellers. Oh my gosh. And that guy, I mean, I thought I died. I mean, there was such a collision, and he just kept going, and I had to limp off and fight another day.
He was a big dude. Didn't he have time in Edmonton, I think?
Time in Edmonton and a bunch of years with the Washington Redskins, and that guy was a unit for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of units, so my son says, I got it in quotations here in my notes. We're watching the game down in Montana, and my son's like, that Stevens is a unit, which I think the nickname should be T-Unit now, because the kids are all calling everybody unit. But Tommy Stevens goes in, and this little package at the end of the game, we might not see it again, Schultze, until playoffs or the end. You know what I mean? But it was just a chance to get it some live reps.
Oh yeah, and especially you're trying to get something going, and you want to try something, and then it works. I think you're right. I think maybe they do put that into the covert files for a number of weeks and pull it out when we really need it.
When you take people through this, because people that are watching the stream see it, and then people that are listening on the radio, either watch the game or listen to the game, it's that read option. But then you got a guy that's 6'4", 6'5", 2 whatever he is. Like we said, he's a unit. Take us through as a defensive why it's so, even though it's probably some sort of read option, it's so hard to tackle, because also you got to remember you got big guys blocking as well.
Well, that's exactly it, and it's a feel thing, right? And the offense is keen off of that guy and what he does. So if the guy comes upfield, they're running it wide. If the guy stays in space, then he's throwing or pulling it. So it's just it's very frustrating. But on defense, all you have to do is maintain your gap integrity and slow play it, which means you're surfing. You got a good football stance. You're shuffling your feet. You're surfing down the line, and you're making a play on the ball. And that's all you can do, because the athletes are so great, and some of these ball fakes and the reads that they make, it makes it real tough on the defense. But if you're disciplined, you can sniff it out.
As a Sasky guy, and you watch, and especially defensive side of the ball, how excited are you, or your emotions when you see what Jackson Ford's doing out there?
Oh, you know what? That kid, he's not a kid. He's a young man who's doing a heck of a job as a Saskatchewan native on the club. And you can just see year over year over year, even with an injury and these kinds of things, experience. And this is the kind of guy that is just building and sharpening the tools, and you're seeing what he can do. And I think he's going to be a very successful football player and be able to contribute in a lot of ways. He's kind of like I guess what you'd say is like a Swiss Army knife. I mean, he can do a lot of things on defense, and then you put him on special teams and spread him around. I love it. I love seeing guys like that thrive.
Okay, let's go look ahead to we started kind of talking about it, and Hamilton rolls in with a couple of backup QBs. You said they only scored 17 points. I don't think they're lighting it up as well, but it is the CFL. Weather should be good. Keys to this game for you.
We got to win first down. We got. You got to watch the Hamilton quarterback situation. I mean, one story I'll be watching is Hamilton's quarterback situation with Bo Levi Mitchell being out, and seeing how they partition or what they do. Are they going to do reps? Are they going to give some guy a quarter? I don't know how that. So I'm going to keep my eye on that, and to see how the interplay is, because as you know, Saskatchewan is a tough place to play, and the crowd's going to be out, and when the pressure's on, that's where you're going to see if these guys got the mustard.
I don't know what the crossover. What would the crossover between you and now new Canadian Football Hall of Famer Charleston Hughes have been?
I think I played against him. Like, he would have been on Calgary in my later years. so we, our paths would have crossed, and I never had much or anything to say to him. I've said hello a few times to him in the locker room here, just when I'm around and, talking with Gordy or Jo or something. But yeah, he was a hell of a player, and he was a guy on Calgary that, was a nemesis for us for sure.
I've been we didn't talk last week, so I've been saving this one for 2 weeks. I messaged you and said they need a new picture of you in knits on the Wall of Fame, and then we got into it. It's just a must to hit in Moose Jaw. What's your go-to when you go to knits?
When I go to knits, I get number 23 mild with cashews and chicken, and then I also get the chicken satay. I get about 20 of those bad boys, and I just pop them in one at a time.
You must take some of the sauce home that they sell once in a while.
Oh, it's the best. It is. They know all the time. When I call them. What's that?
You're just dipping crackers in it and different things.
Oh, crackers. I'm not fancy crackers. These are saltines. Moose Jaw style.
What if they need a new picture though? You got to go in there. You got to give them a new one. It's old school. Absolutely love it. All right. Are you going to the game Sunday?
Going to the game should be fun. I'll be up in the old alumni lounge, perched up on the old, what's that? They got the balcony out there. I like watching from up there.
What would be, and it's Country Thunder weekend. I know you've dabbled out there here and there. I'm not sure Lakeview Insurance is heading out there, but if you could put together maybe a little 4 artist, 4 band day. They said, Schultz, who do you want to see out there? Country or rock?
Easy.
Or rock. Who would you want to see? We got 4. I'll give you 4.
Willie Nelson.
Okay.
Johnny Cash, if he was still alive. Fat Elvis. And Conway Twitty.
What a lineup. How would backstage be? Lock up your wives. Backstage.
Heck yeah. It's proven. That's the proving grounds. You got to be careful back there.
Okay, maybe see you Sunday, buddy. If not, we'll catch up next week.
All right, brother. Thanks for having me. We'll talk to you soon.
There he is, the old 96er midweek sound off. Scott Schultz for Lakeview Insurance, where if you're out there and you want a second opinion or someone to talk to, call Schultz and his team at Lakeview Insurance. They will come out and chat with you, and also Revive Men's Health Clinic in Saskatchewan, dealing with men's ED without pills and surgery. It's the Sports Cage on this Wednesday. Curtis is with me. We're going to come back. We're going to hear from Jackson Ford today at practice. Had a chance to catch up with Dave Thomas. It's the Cage. We'll be back after this.
The Roughriders season is here, and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR 260010.
Have you looked at the outside of your home lately? Whether it's the deck, garage, siding, stone, or shingles, Freeze Tallman has the products to help bring your next project to life. From composite and pressure-treated decking to railing and exterior finishes, they've got everything you need to refresh your home and backyard. Start planning today at freezetallman.com. Freeze Tallman. Locally owned, family grown, rooted in our community for 70 years.
Hey, Regina. Ready? The monsters are coming. Monsters and Mayhem crashes into Kings Park Speedway July 17th, 18th, and 19th. Finally, Regina. An outdoor, no-holds-barred crushing showdown. Featuring high-flying, car-crushing monster trucks, wild mini monsters, and gravity-defying freestyle motocross. Tickets on sale now. Get yours fast at outlawsofmotorsports.ca. That's outlawsofmotorsports.ca.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Steelcraft Doors Regina, made in Western Canada for Western Canadians.
Charleston Hughes going into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame announced today. We will hear from Charleston again later in the hour. Jake Dolegala named the starter against the Riders Sunday at Mosaic Stadium in Winnipeg. Looks like Zach Collaros is questionable for their game against the Bombers in a couple days' time. No games today in the World Cup. Action picks up tomorrow. Western Canadian Baseball League tonight in Moose Jaw. Regina's in town, 7:05. Swift Current visits the Saskatoon Berries. And in the majors, the Blue Jays are on a 2-game heater. 10-0 over the Giants and a matinee affair today in the Bay Area. Sportscage.com poll. Was the World Cup in Canada a success? You can vote at sportscage.com. Sports ticker in hours 3 is for Regina Steelcraft Doors. Also, Regina Steelcraft Doors, made in Western Canada for Western Canadians, servicing all of Saskatchewan with outlets in Prince Albert and Saskatoon. All right, out to the Prairie Land Rentals text line maybe one more time here, Curtis, with people on our Where Do You Land Wednesday. Where do you land on?
I'm going to hit the intro again.
Oh.
Where do you land Wednesday?
Nah, okay. I think 1 hour is too good.
I just love hitting the cube transition on the stream for those watching.
We didn't get to your 4 acts that you would like to see at Country Thunder. And I know you're not really a country guy. Schultze didn't play the game totally true because he went with people that are passed away. We'll let it slide. And Willie Nelson, I don't know if he can get across the border. But who would Curtis?
That's a good question, honestly. Like, pulled out SaskTel Place when he went to Saskatoon. I quite enjoyed the concert. I really liked Noah Kahn. Like, he was, it was a very good concert. He's very much kind of like Zach Bryan-esque, kind of like folky country. So
he's huge.
Yeah, Noah Kahn would be sick if he could come to Country Thunder.
Probably out of budget.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he did go to Saskatoon not that long ago. So
yeah, but
I would probably do Josh Ross. I wouldn't mind a little Josh Ross.
Wore a Nooner t-shirt when he went on stage Country Thunder a couple years ago.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind Tyler Hubbard, a little...
not Florida Georgia Line.
No,
it's
Florida
like
Georgia Line blows out the budget. We got to get Tyler Hubbard.
Just bring Ronnie Dunn. Kick, stay. Yeah, see? Tyler Hubbard. There you go. You're smart.
See? So what do you rate my lineup out of 10?
Better than I thought you were going to come. I thought you were going to give me 3 acts that I've never heard of in my life.
Yeah, I saw Josh Ross not that long ago, and I enjoyed him. Did a little trouble. It was good stuff. So,
yeah. Next person that came at us here. Oh, it's Travis Tritt. Carl would like to see Travis Tritt.
Speaking of trouble, hey?
Trouble. His rock act would be The Watchmen, a little Canadian rock as well. And then he would like to see Charlie Major, more CanCon, more Canadian. And then he would dabble in a little Trisha Yearwood.
I could see The Watchmen.
Yeah.
My life is a stereo.
They're coming back. That McLaren's Furnace Room. Underrated
Who was the texter that said Hootie and the Blowfish?
Yeah.
A little Darius Rucker. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually played Country Thunder. Oh, it's probably 10 years ago now. He was good. He was good. And then the one thing I mentioned this earlier, coming up on Friday, we released this podcast in the Monday Nooner. I think it was today. Zach McPhee. He's playing the main stage Saturday around 4 o'clock. Zach McPhee used to play hockey for the University of Regina Cougars.
Really?
Western Hockey Leaguer. He's from Vernon, British Columbia. Went to school 4 years. We had a nice interview with him. I'm going to play parts of that on Friday. Now he's playing Country Thunder at the main stage. Interesting story.
Congrats, Zach.
Congrats.
Hope you seize the moment.
Zach as well. Riders, we talked about him with Schultze. He's turning heads this year, but a lot of you expected him to be there. Dave Thomas today catching up with Jackson Ford.
Jackson Ford, want to talk to you about coming up big at the big time. They say that big players do that. You've done that consistently throughout your career, and let's go back 1 week in Ottawa where you go ahead and make a huge stop on a third down play. Do these come natural to you?
Well, they ran short yardage a little bit earlier in the game, and not going to lie, I wasn't aligned correctly on one of them. I got pushed back. But no, we made some corrections to it, and we always say be at your best when your best is required. And so I'm a professional. We're all professionals, and I just did my job.
That mantra seems to follow you, though. If you go back to your U of R days, we were discussing some of the plays that I went and sought out on film, and it just seems to come to you. That can't be just luck or sheer reaction. It has to come down to preparation, doesn't it?
For sure, preparation, but, just a football player, right? I mean, I live for these moments. I love these moments. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
2-point convert. You decide to bat that down in your rookie. That seemed to turn out all right, too. Again, preparation?
Yeah, preparation, just staying ready. I came in late in that game because Dalkey got hurt. And, just acting like you're the starter, even when you're a backup, and just staying ready.
You've stayed ready and are getting starts at safety right now. Tell me what that means to you and the confidence that this coaching staff is showing in you.
Yeah, no, definitely feels good. Getting a lot more reps in practice and stuff and feeling more comfortable back there. And, just being kind of like the man on the field, right? And just like telling, doing all the checks and stuff. I'm getting a lot more comfortable and it feels good.
It was very evident when you were battling through injuries the last year. You could see you standing on the goalpost right behind us and surveying what was going on, taking those mental reps. Mm-hmm. Obviously, this is much different, but how much did that help you?
Definitely mental reps help too. I mean, obviously doing the reps is going to be the best, but no, even when you're hurt, I've had my struggles with being injured and just staying locked in and following the play calls and understanding the defense and the schemes and stuff, that's also important.
As I alluded to, jokingly, saying that it was luck that you were in the right spot, but obviously a lot of film work goes into it. Luke and I were having a conversation saying that you put in a ton of film work because you are anticipating things that you must see. Tell me, how has film work changed from when you were in the University of Regina to where you are now? Yeah, we did a lot of film work when I was at the U of R with Vincent Donaldson, Coach Gray. They definitely prepped me to be a professional, and those habits definitely carried forward. We do watch, I don't want to say a significantly amount more of film, but we definitely do watch a little bit more, and it's a lot more group film here. Right? We got to talk about all our checks and stuff, what we're seeing, what we want to do with it, right? So it's a little bit more of that. Have you found yourself watching film differently? Yeah, for sure. Just picking up on little quirks here. I mean, the U Sport game is quite a bit different than the CFL game. Not in terms of the field, but in terms of schematics and stuff like that. So definitely looking for different things for sure. How do you anticipate or make sure that moments don't become too big? So a third down gamble where you know that you can make a difference in a game. I like to take really big, deep breaths and just get your heart rate down and just focus on your keys and what you've seen on film. Easier to do the longer you've been in the game? For sure. Easier said than done.
Good interview. There's our Dave Thomas battling through this week. A little bit under the weather.
He's a trooper.
He is. He likes trooper too.
Is that confirmed or?
It's a trooper-free zone.
Can we get that in writing? Dave Thomas loves trooper.
I didn't say loves. I said likes.
Tolerates trooper. TT.
Tolerates. I know Jackson Ford, man. He's playing. He's playing good ball, looking good. Charleston Hughes going into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame. We're going to have that interview coming up again. If you missed it in hour one at the end of the show, Megan Benoit from Country Thunder giving us a lay of the land coming up in moments. But let's get to some of these Mace clips from earlier today at practice. Coach Mace talking about the game in Ottawa.
Yeah, slow start for us. But honestly, it kind of sounds crazy, but I thought that was the most complimentary football we played as a team, just having each other's backs, even though it wasn't, the kind of win that we wanted to put together. But when certain sides of the ball needed to step up, we made those plays, be it a 2-point or conversion that we stalled, third down turnover that we needed big. Obviously, the offense put up points when we needed. We ended up to run out the clock there at the end with Tommy. And then, the special teams, we had our blunders, but we also made some big plays, a turnover, and ultimately the return, right? So it was proud of the team to be able to come out of a win after such a slow start.
Proud of that team.
Puts it in a good, light, I guess, with things. Coach Mace also talking about former teammate and how tough it was seeing the injury to Bo Levi Mitchell?
I think across the country, anybody watching that game, it was tough. It was tough. It's tough to see that. As a competitor, you never want anything bad to happen to anybody. But as somebody that you shared a locker room with, it's tough to see. You feel for him, you feel for his family, you feel for his teammates, and everybody that's involved. So you never want to see that, but just obviously hoping he's okay.
And then, of course, for those that forgot, Bo Levi Mitchell's very first CFL touchdown pass.
It's his very first?
Very first.
I thought it was Coach Mace's only one, but it's Bo Levi Mitchell's very first?
It was his very first touchdown pass. It was thrown to Corey Mace, 2012, October 26th.
2012, October 26th.
Yep.
Bo Levi to Corey Mace.
Yeah, it was a fun piece of little CFL trivia because Mace obviously played defensive tackle.
Yeah.
But he lined up in there because he was big as one. We had him on the show. We actually talked about it, I think, when he didn't hold on to the ball, though.
Yeah.
Should have.
Today's your day. If you... we'll get to Dan. Dan first. He says, not a big country fan, but saw Randy Travis, who was absolute professional. Won't happen. I know Randy Travis was good. We'd love to see him out at the Valley, but you're right, Dan. Today's your day to play Pick the Score. You got 20 minutes-ish left. 936-6262. What's the score? Tiger Cats and Riders. Chance to win tickets to the next Rider home game just by entering today, and then also a chance to win a $200 SaskTel gift card. So enter today, right now, 20 minutes left. Like I said, when we come back, we're going to talk to Megan Benoit from Country Thunder, and then after that, we're going back with Charleston Hughes, new Canadian Football Hall of Famer. It's a Sports Cage on the home of sports, 620 CKRM.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. Combined with a LiftMaster opener, it's the right choice. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. And a LiftMaster opener. 100% made by Canadians for Canadians. Steady, tariff-free pricing and great quality, no matter what.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
They could have just called it a flooring store.
Yeah, but that doesn't really cover it.
Carpet, hardwood, laminate.
Outdoor flooring, artificial turf, rubber athletic flooring.
Hey, that's more than a store.
Exactly. That's a superstore.
So whether it's your living room, your garage, your gym, or your backyard,
think bigger, think super. I think you've got it now.
Flooring Superstore. Quality floor. Over 20 years serving Regina and area. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
The Roughriders season is here and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at Riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
Have you looked at the outside of your home lately? Whether it's the deck, garage, siding, stone, or shingles, Freeze Tallman has the products to help bring your next project to life. From composite and pressure-treated decking to railing and exterior finishes, they've got everything you need to refresh your home and backyard. Start planning today at freezetallman.com. Freeze Tallman. Locally owned, family grown, rooted in our community for 70 years.
Text CKRM 306-936-6262. Powered by Prairie Land Rentals. From power tools to skid steers, they probably have what you need for your job. 600 Albert Street, where you deal with the owner. Welcome back to Sports Cage. Missed any part of the show? Check out the podcast powered by Freeze Tallman at 620ckrm.com and sportscage.com.
Megan Benoit, we're talking Country Thunder. We've been talking about it all day on the show. We're talking about it all week. It's that time in the Sask Valley, Craven, Saskatchewan. Beautiful. Megan, let's find out, because we did get a lot of rain over the last little while, but the weather has been so good this week. Things at the site, are people starting to move in? When can they start moving in?
Yeah, Mother Nature is in our favor this weekend. We're very excited that she's cooperating. I know that it has been a very rainy last month or so in Saskatchewan. So we did push back with some of the fan admissions. Typically, we open campsites on Wednesday. We are doing that Thursday this year just to give an extra day for everything to dry up. But it's looking beautiful, very green. Vendors are moving in today, and it's starting to really look like a festival.
Fantastic. Okay. Saskatchewan, Regina, Saskatoon, doesn't matter other than both cities. Saskatchewan, we're a last minute kind of, let's wait and see. Let's watch the weather kind of culture here. That's okay, though, because there's still tickets available. There's some great deals out there. And then if people can only make one day, perfect. Get a one-day pass.
Yeah, we actually have a really great partnership with Sherwood Co-op on those single-day tickets that you mentioned. It's only $99, which I don't think there's anywhere you could see Lainey Wilson for only $99, plus everyone else that you would see that day. So it's a great value. Premium tickets on our website, weekend tickets, lots of options available. But like you said, people are waiting to the last minute, and I would not wait till the gate, because I think now that everyone's seen the forecast, we're starting to see some really great numbers over the last couple of days, and everyone's starting to get in line to come out.
$99 to see anybody in this day, and you can't even go to karaoke bars for that
Exactly.
for that price.
$99, there's not much you can do.
Exactly. No, we were talking about it on the Monday Nooner last night too, and it's just like $99. Like, geez, you can't do anything. Okay, but the other thing that I wanted to talk about, and you talk about people coming out and all that, people that maybe have never been to the festival, and they're like, well, I've heard about it and all that. Like, there's the grandstand, but people can bring chairs, or is that not allowed? I don't know what. Give people the lay of the land there.
Yeah, if you've never been to the festival, you are definitely in for a treat. So general admission, you can bring a folding lawn chair. So bring those if you want to mark your spot all week or all day, and then you're able to watch from there. But the grandstands are a really great vantage point just at the back of the festival bowl there. A bit of an elevated view. You get to see the full crowd, which is awesome. And then we do have some tickets available in our reserved seat section. So if it is important to you to have a chair there, reserved seating is a great option so you don't have to lug around your lawn chair.
Mm-hmm.
The seat's there for you, and you've got a great view all weekend long.
That's right. CountryThunder.com. You can find out all the information, the lineups, the ticket options. The last thing, maybe just about what else is going on, because it's more than just sitting down and listening to music too. You got food vendors. What else is going on site this year?
We are very excited this year to bring something new called Buck and Thunder. So it's going to be a professional bull riding event. We've partnered with Agribition on. So we have turned the old beach volleyball court into the Agribition Arena. It's looking really awesome. We've got some professional bull riders coming in. They're going to give us a great show before the music starts on Saturday and Sunday. So that is a new activity that people can soak in. It's included with your ticket. So, again, just adding to that value. And then, of course, the beer gardens are back, and our songwriter showcase, which is a fan favorite. We've got a hypnotist. So truly something going on all day long, every day, something for everyone. And another important piece, Megan, if you don't have a ride there, you don't have a ride back, that's okay. You guys got them covered. Yeah. We do not want anybody drinking and driving. It's great if you're staying on site in our campgrounds. You can walk back home at the end of the night. But if you are staying anywhere else, this Safe Ride is a fantastic option. Again, no drinking and driving. Please take the shuttle if you are planning on having some drinks. We've got multiple locations in Regina. We've got a Moose Jaw stop as well. Full schedule is on our website, and a great option if you don't want to park. If you are planning on driving in, I recommend purchasing your parking pass ahead of time just to guarantee your spot there, because it is first come, first serve. That is a really good point. Everything, again, CountryThunder.com, Megan. I'm just looking at the forecast again. Absolutely love it. Can't wait for the weekend. I know you're a busy lady. Thanks for taking some time today. Of course. Always good to catch up, and we'll be seeing you this weekend. Megan Benoit from Country Thunder. Go online, check it out. What $99 for a ticket. You look at the lineup. If you just want to go for a day, you go for the weekend though. Riley Green,
He's a man rocket. Although I know a lot of the ladies excited to go see him. Creed. Let's get our late 90s and 2000s out with Creed. And then, Lainey Wilson. What a performer on Sunday. And then everybody else. Friday, got a really cool interview coming up Friday on the Sportscage that we did on the Monday Nooner with Zach McPhee. He's a former WHL player. He's a former U of R Cougar hockey player. And now he's a country music star playing the main stage at Country Thunder Saturday. So I'll play a chunk of that on Friday for you here on the Sportscage. Yeah, it's Country Thunder time. We've been having fun today. We're streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com, and we are on the home of Country Thunder, 620 CKRM.
The Country Music Rewind with Colin Lovequist.
It was a monumental time for country music history, serving as the calm before the storm. The airwaves were packed with legendary hits, and the charts were shifting to pave the way for crossover megastars. We're going to feature this time period, 1997.
The Country Music Rewind with Colin Lovequist. Brought to you by Crawford's No Frills. Saturday afternoons at 4 and Sunday afternoons at 1 on Country's Greatest Hits, 620 CKRM.
You can't miss Riley Green at Country Thunder, Saskatchewan. Single day tickets are on sale now. See Riley Green with Gavin Ad.